We are back with more Gator game. Guys, there is a lot of story left. Like, I'm not exaggerating. Like, I was hoping we can finish this tonight, but, no. I looked up a walkthrough, and without actually looking at it and spoiling anything, I just kind of measured it by time. We are not halfway through this story. Not counting the multiple endings. That is crazy.
Oh my god!
I know. What the fuck, man? I was hoping we'd finish it tonight because, like I said, on YouTube, man, no one's watching this on YouTube except like 1 or 2 people. Shout out to those 2 people on YouTube that are still watching this. I don't know what you guys are doing, but hey, come over to Twitch and join us live, maybe. So we'll get through as much of this as we can tonight, and I think on Friday we need to blast through this. Also, I'm still monitoring those weird reality distortions after the defeat of Gygus. I think there'll be nothing, but we'll just have to wait and see. Anyway, so before we begin, the usual shill. If you are watching this on YouTube, subscribe. Every 50 subs, we'll get a playthrough of a game. Next will be Klonoa Beach Volleyball and a second attempt at Buster Bust Loose. 600 subs is Super Metroid. And if we get 600 subs before March 28th, I will do a webcam stream wearing the costume of the VTuber model. Then, of course, we got Pac-Man World, possibly Pac-Man World 2. And I'm still trying to figure out what we will do if by some stretch of a miracle I actually get 1,000 subs before the end of the year. So we'll have to brainstorm those. Also, join the Discord server. Link is in the description. And come give me a follow over on Twitch. Anyway, hello, Movie Brat. Oh, man. Let's load this up. Oh, shit. I forgot the guide. Oh, no. It's easy to find. Right here. There's a thread on Steam, thankfully. That's step by step. This isn't it, though. This is the wrong one. Where the fuck is it? There it is. Hold on. No, that's not it. Fuck. Where is it? Oh no, I lost it. No, we'll never get the good ending. Is it this one? Okay, well, I found a guide, but not the guide I was using. Okay, well, it'll have to do. It'll have to do. Alright. Now my windows are all messed up. This is me unprepared as usual. Let's start. Load the game. Alright. So, if you, weren't here for the trauma dump. Holy shit. Yeah, a lot happened in the last stream. So, hopefully y'all can keep up. As more time passes, the art contest fades into the background. Last week I had a scare when Principal Scalar called me into our office. I fear that they figured out what Olivia did and assumed I was part of it, just as she predicted. Luckily, that wasn't the case. I was kind of wondering if there was going to be consequences for what happened. Because, I mean, finding out that she switched the art shouldn't have been difficult, although maybe they just shrugged it off as a mistake. Anyway. Instead, she wanted to inform me that they had no leads on who could have done the swap, and since it was tampered, it'd be removed from the contest. No skin on my back, honestly. As compensation, she gave me one of the runner-up prizes, a coupon for some pizza from some Italian restaurant called Dino Mo's. Why is there not a dinosaur-themed pizza restaurant? Not the biggest pizza fan, but not a bad prize to get after all this. Saving it for a rainy day. However, I found myself in a conundrum of my own doing. My peers' concerns about my entry were resolved. But I hadn't accounted for the new questions about my portfolio.
Let's fucking go.
My paint portfolio. A few times I showed off my photography work, they'd mildly impressed at best. They were never upfront about it either. No, instead I got the runaround. Oh yeah, these are nice, Inko. Not bad, but what about what you did for the contest? Can't even be mad about it since it was just another misunderstanding, unintended lie from my side of things. Timothy, oh really? Man, I don't think I've ever seen a Ninja Turtles themed pizza place. That is such a misstep. No, instead we got Chuck E. Cheese. Ugh. But then I had a thought. What if it wasn't a lie? What if I was actually good at painting? And after working at it for the past month. Yeah, no, I can't unscrew this. The past 3 weeks I've been staying after school, making use of one of the club rooms to practice.
Yeah, Shenko, did you listen to any of the tips I gave you?
Using everything I had at my disposal, namely the textbooks for Mr. Iadakin and how-to tutorials online, I'd say as late as possible, trying to get to the same skill level as Olivia. You haven't visited? Oh, really? I would go there, like, instantly if I ever found that out. And as I stare at the horrid acrylic monstrosity before me, I can do nothing but weep at my own inadequacies. Not actually weep, but squinting at the Lovecraftian horror before me, and I can maybe see a little progress drowning in the madness of the excess paint. Olivia had made good on her promise to teach me around the time I asked Mr. Iadakin to borrow the keys to the spare room. While I memorized all of her teachings down to the letter.
What am I even looking at? Are you trying an abstract sort of thing here?
It was an attempt at a self-portrait, actually.
Probably posted online, some rich asshole would buy it.
Damn. Is that good?
No, never trust the opinions of people on the internet.
Fucking screenshot this. Holy fuck. What an understatement. Understatement of the fucking century.
I learned that the hard way.
Yeah, we all have to, I think. In Santa Monica, California. Oh man, that's on the other side of the country. Go back. This? Oh, there you go. I'll give you a second. Okay. After a brief awkward silence, I let myself collapse on the stool behind me and I toss off the oily apron in frustration. At this rate, I'm going to be a double fraud or something. Crick. Oops. Splat. I don't even have the energy to get angry. Riley looks better now, at least. My God. She's savage. How did Olivia get so good at this? Olivia, please, you gotta have some actual advice for me. Riley humps to herself, slipping away a notebook she had splayed across on her lap into her nearby bag.
Well, when I want to draw, it's usually because I've got something on my mind.
What, like inspiration?
Kinda. More so that I envision something and I want to put that on canvas.
Ah! Jesus. That legitimately scared me. Calm down, Damien. Jeez. The door to the studio flies open and Damien quickly storms inside.
Nico, Olivia, are you guys here?
Right in front of you, bro. He takes heavy breaths as the vision darts around the room. After a moment of surprise, I raise my arm to catch his attention. Is he blind? Damien, what's wrong? The hyperactive Dilophosaurus spots me, taking a final breath before jogging over.
Guys, I need to ask you something.
What, is everything okay?
Is something happening?
I can't help but panic. I've never seen Damien this flustered.
Do you want to come to the arcade with me and Liz?
Seriously, dude? Sliding into the room like Kramer. Can't take screen caps on Twitch? Really? Oh, I didn't know that. Is that it?
Yeah, that's what I said. Wait, when was this decided?
Oh, something bad had happened.
Nope, just asking. Liz already has the car prepped and everything.
How does Liz drive a car? I want to see the visual of that. Oh. Probably should have expected that, but still. How'd you know we were here?
I didn't. I just kept opening doors until I found you two.
Ah, classic Damien. The special kind of car. I bet.
Been at it for a while, actually.
Some of the people I've opened the doors of were very rude to me. Damien's eyes dart to the canvas that lies on the floor next to me.
You working on your next masterpiece? Oh, painting sideways is probably one of your traits, huh?
Olivia hides her snicker with her hand.
Don't worry, I won't tell a soul.
My man. Yeah, that's right. Don't tell anybody. Lean down to pick up the canvas and place it upright, deciding to remove the ugly painting and place it in the corner of the room to dry. Hey, see me in a box.
Anyway, how about it? To the arcade?
The olive baryonyx fidgets, her brow lowered in contemplation as she considers the question. The arcade, it's not like I had any other plans today. Sure, why not?
Alright, let's go.
Wait, ah.
Here you go, Olivia, you're here. There you are. Damien was taking so long to get you, I was about to come find you myself.
This time both Damien and I are wheezing for air. Despite Olivia's protests and hesitation, Damien had wasted no time in grabbing her by the handlebars and sprinting for the exit. I had to chase after them, all the while Olivia screamed like a banshee as she was pushed through the hallway at breakneck speed. You related to Monica from Dinosaurs? I don't know.
Yeah, just
I take a deep breath and stand upright. Olivia's claws dug into her armor as she definitely trying to kill Damien with the glare, which he happily ignores. Has no fucking clue. Look at him. He's thinking about other things right now. Why don't you just message me or something?
I wanted to, but I didn't want to ruin your concentration, man. So instead, you kicked the art room door open?
Yep. Liz had the good grace to look embarrassed on Damien's behalf.
Yeah, I gave you a little bit of extra time, right?
So you'd be staying late for...
You've been staying late for forever now.
Can't hide the wince. It hadn't occurred to me that more people would notice.
Ah, relax. Not like you're the only one. Yeah, I sometimes need to stay behind for student council and club meetings.
Right, sure. So, come on, the car's in the student section. Please show her driving a car. I want to see that so bad. The Dino Duo started toward the student. The Dino Duo start toward the student parking lot, heading toward a rather old but well-kept sedan. Olivia grumbles silently, but follows her. Follows her nonetheless. Come on, dude. It'll take a few minutes to get Olivia in, and then 30 to get to the arcade. Won't take that long, damn it. Olivia huffs and wheels herself to the passenger side, opening the door for herself. Do you need any... It's fine. To punctuate her statement, Olivia uses her strong arm to lift herself on to her armrest. I think she's got this, man. Then with more grace than I thought possible from the olive-scaled girl, she manages to flop down onto the passenger seat. Clearly she's done this before. I think you're overreacting here. I stare at the abandoned chair, wondering where to put it. I've got room in the trunk, Inko. Clunk. The trunk lid pops up with a heavy thunk to punctuate that. Trunk lid... What? It takes more than time... I think I might have hit the friggin' scroll wheel goes back. It takes more time than I'd like to admit to figure out how to undo the lock to actually collapse the chair. But once it's done, I'm able to slide into spacious storage area easily. Damien had already hopped through the window in the front passenger seat by the time I'm done, as if he practiced the maneuver. Clack, clack, clack. I simply open the door behind Liz's seat and watch as a pile of soda cans empty into the pavement below. Sorry, those are from this morning. I just toss them in the back seat when I'm done. Surprised Liz doesn't make you use a bag. I do. Damien pulls up an overflowing plastic bag as if it were a trophy. Damien, I'm a little worried about your diet, man. Too much sugar. Why haven't you tossed those bottles out already? Saving them for a I'm saving them for a project about recycling, plus I'm also going to use a couple of them for a sculpture. Saves me the trouble of going out and finding aluminum. And I get to drink as much soda as I want. What a relationship they have. Jeez. I don't really say anything as Damien scoops out the rest of the cans from the floor of the car and puts them in a new bag, which he then stuffs in the car's trunk before giving me and Olivia a thumbs up. Alright, dudes, we're good to go. Oh my god, please show me Liz driving the car. I nod and sink into the semi-clean seat. My hand searches for a buckle of the seatbelt and brushes against something warm and soft. There's a tiny gasp next to me, and the comfortable misery in my hand is yanked away. Oh. Huh? I look at Olivia, her hand to her chest. Her green face has a scarlet tinge, and her mirror-shade eyes glare holes through my head. Dark Talent, Damien is trying to die. Dying of diabetes. No! You okay? The Emerald Scale Girl turns her maw for me. I stifled a mystery chuckle I stifle a mystery chuckle at that. The warmth on my palms fades, however, and leaves my hand feeling lost. Okay, all the safety checks are done. Oh, wow, okay, I wasn't expecting that. Liz gets in the driver's seat and grips the steering. Okay, I saw the thing on top, the sunroof, and I thought she was gonna just stick her neck out that, but no, she's like all curled up. That can't be comfortable, my god. Outside, she's craning her neck to check the mirrors and tires. Wait, Liz drives with her head sticking out the window? Liz pokes her head in. What's that? Her neck snakes inside and coils around the hook to the middle of the car. Ain't no way that... I know! Like, keep in mind, she's gotta, like, breathe. Then with practiced motion, her neck continually coils till her head sits atop the neck roll, as if no different from someone putting on shoes. Kind of looks like a giant scale-covered scarf. There's even still a space for her to see the windows and check behind her. Inko? It wasn't anything important. Alright. But, the city, right? I'd actually be wanting to see it a bit more up close for Ia Dawkins' class. You know how much gas money it'd burn through to take a detour around here? Good, because neither do I. Let's do it. What do you think? I just thought of something. What do they use for fuel if dinosaurs are still alive? Although, wait, no, there would still be dinosaurs in the past, wouldn't there? Do you think they're offended by that, or do you think they use like a different fuel source for their cars? They'd be like, no, that's our ancestors. You can't do that. Fossil fuels are bad, man. All right, I don't know what I'm talking about. Let's just continue. Hey, what? No. I barely have enough as is. The view on the way is fine. I'm looking forward to it as well. You sure? Yeah, I'll point out some stuff I remember along the way. Hybrid cars? I would think so. Oils made from algae. Huh. Interesting. You're my tour guide now? It'll make me change my mind. Glad that's settled. Everyone buckled in, right? This is so stupid. Liz pulls away from the school parking lot, starting down the opposite direction. I've always entered and exited. Weird to think, but the edge of my world was as close as a right turn out of my own school. Then again, I still haven't been living here long. Anybody want a station? Something that won't give me a copyright claim on my YouTube channel, please. I don't think I've ever listened to the radio here either. Liz and Olivia hardly seem to glance at Damien's direction as well. Suit yourselves! In the span of a few seconds, the natural ambience of the road is replaced with the loud sound of decades-old rock music, sending vibrations throughout the car and everyone in it. Don't claim my video, please. As fast as it comes, however, it stopped as Liz haphazardly yanks the volume knob counterclockwise, toning the music down to a bearable level. Thank you, Liz. Damien frowns for a moment, but he doesn't seem to contest her decision. What the? I turned off the notification stuff except for messages and calls, and between all the people I messaged, there's only one who isn't in the car. Checking the screen, I see... Really, Damien? Seriously? I don't know, Damien, so long as it isn't twangy country music, I'm with you, man. Sure.
Wait, you've been texting? How long?
Yeah, since like the first week of school.
What the heck, dude? Let me see your phone.
I hand it over and open the contact creation page. She taps the first few numbers and pauses. Then sheepishly yanks the phone from her coat pocket. Yanks her phone. She doesn't know her own number? Olivia finishes typing her number and hands it back. She's entered herself as Live Long. Sounds vaguely oriental. I don't think you can use that word anymore, man. Yeah. Yep, got it. Oh god, she's just gonna shitpost him. Also, we finally got her number. That was uncalled for. That's why I sent it. She giggles at her own joke, and despite being the butt of the mood in the car, despite being the butt of it in the mood in the car is too high to hold it against her. That is a fucking word salad sentence. Holy crap. Before long, the dense forestry starts giving way to more urban developments. More and more decorative palm trees start dotting the paths as well. The silhouette of the city gets closer, and we approach one of those spaghetti junctions leading up to it. The result of decades of poor infrastructure decisions, multi-million-dollar projects promising to fix all the traffic if they just build one more overpass. Olivia's paying close attention to her phone. She scrolls lazily through some forum. What's so funny?
Oh, nothing.
Hey. Lizard Lounge?
Oh boy, you're still browsing that, Olivia? Yeah.
What is it?
Don't tell him. It's this weird exclusionary chat room. They all allow dinosaur women, men, and rather specifically human men are banned. Gasp! Racial segregation.
The sick world, sick people. I wouldn't say it's racial segregation, it's more species segregation.
Olivia showed me once the people in it are really weird.
Humans are banned?
We weren't supposed to tell him. It's the last safe house for us on the internet. I think there's probably better places for that online for you to associate with. Don't tell me about racial segregation. It's not that. This is how it has to be for our own safety. Some dino girls can be doing anything at all, and there's always at least 3 guys in the comments saying she looks like... Don't say it. They also say... What the fuck is she getting? They also really bring down the quality of the site. Look, it's explained in the rules that humans have 1/5 the attention span of dinos. Liz groans while Olivia shows me her phone. The graph is blurred to hell and I can't make out most of the text.
I don't know how to feel about this.
What's not to get, Inko? Think about it. You're in history class. It sucks. So you just remember, wait a second, I'm human, and stop listening.
I wish I could do that. According to Lady Hitler here, you can. Whoa, Damien!
Just a funny group of women like me. Lay off, let me have it.
You don't really believe that stuff, though, do you? So what, this is like dinosaur 4chan?
Not really, it's just the rules of the place, alright?
Okay. Lydia sticks the phone back in her pocket with a huff.
Was the ride to the arcade always this long?
I think we're about 20 minutes away from the arcade still. My god.
Don't worry, Inko, the water fountains are integrated. Shut up!
Damien cackles to himself.
Alright, I hope the place still sells those hot dogs for just $1.
There's no way anyone anywhere sells hot dogs for $1 anymore. Costco! Well, $1.50, but close enough.
Yeah, but they did. It was great. Olivia and I would save our lunch money just to go there instead after class. I don't think I'd trust it if it were still that cheap, honestly.
She has a point.
We had a dog off the floor once.
You also ravaged a shank of meat while in the pool. I'm just saying.
That's different.
Damien fills the air with old tales of his and Olivia's adventures in the arcade. She'd occasionally chime in to correct him on whatever over-embellishment. Even if the last remnants of suburbia melt away and skyscrapers overtake our view of the outside world. Finally, I'm in the big city. Here we are. I'm almost disappointed when we pull into the arcade parking lot. Large glass windows covered in sun-bleached promotional leaflets adorn the front of the arcade, and the building itself looks a couple of decades old. You don't know how I'm doing it. I don't either. Let's just say it's not easy. But we're in too deep to stop now, so we're gonna just power through this. The place was probably successful in the past, but I can only imagine that they break even nowadays. Though maybe the recent resurgence of retro deco could change that. I can show you more on the return trip. Come on. Guess you must have seen my brief hesitance. Liz unlocks the trunk and I hop out to get Olivia's chair. As I attempt to heave the thing out of Liz's trunk, it takes considerable more effort than I'd like to admit. Not how I do... Now, how do I unfold this blasted thing? Think there's a release button? Jeez. Rob the power reader. Ugh. Thank you. As I check to make sure all my fingers were intact, I can see Olivia snickering through the passenger window. Inko-san, you have so much to learn. Observe. Olivia makes sure the brakes are held and heaves herself over in one motion. The chair is forced open by momentum alone with a loud crack. Again, she's clearly done this many times. She gracefully rolls by me, tongue stuck out in a smug victory over my ineptitude. Ready? Sweet. Damien hurries us inside, and I can tell he's the most excited to be here out of anybody. Hell yeah! Arcade trip. Dude, this place is the bomb. We used to scrounge for change to come here after school. Place is abuzz with activity, flashing machines, all competing for attention, and gamers excitedly conversing. I lean a bit closer to Olivia. Pretty dang loud here. You gonna be alright having to speak up more? Of course I am. What'd you take me for, a kid? Sorry. I'm gonna go in an arcade. Me too. I have the urge to go again. I'm just might be free this weekend. I'm not sure. Ugh. I want to go back to round 1, but man, that place is so far away. I appreciate the concern. Liz scowls as she peels a boot from the floor with a loud slick. What? Okay, I didn't read what she said. Damien's taken off toward a nearby coin machine, fistful of bills at the ready. I could have told you too. I've been here before. Why don't you warn me about the stickiness? Olivia shrugs. Liz's head lowers to a bridge of snoot pinching levels. Well, you two kind of dropped this on me in the last minute. But I still remember this place pretty well. Great, you can show Inko around. I'll go with Damien. Oh my, wow. Wow, she is so happy. Liz meekly puts her pointer fingers together as she looks at the salmon-frilled teen. Those two-player gun thingies look fun to try out. You mean the light gun games? Yeah, those ones. Can't put my finger on it, but something tells me that Liz was banking on splitting apart from the start. What? Gee, what do you think? Though it would give me ample opportunity to have some alone time with Olivia. Just to get to know her more, of course. Of course. Liz, I think I broke this one's joystick. Liz sighs heavily through her nose. My god, he's a handful. Seriously, Damien? Oh, come on, it's perfect. It's perfectly even and fair. You sure about this, Liz? We could all just stick together. The long-necked dino looks around the arcade nervously. As much as I want to protest the suggestion, it might be for the best. Liz wants to stick with Damien, probably to make sure he doesn't do more damage. Yeah, I'm sure that's one of the reasons. Olivia knows this place well, so she'd know all the best games. We've already been spending time together at school, so why not? Not against the idea, just, Alright, glad you agree. Liz takes this as her cue to leave, and she quickly pulls Damien away away deep into the arcade. Meanwhile, Olivia begins to roll ahead, but stops and gives me an annoyed look. What is love, baby? Come on already. Alright. As soon as I step closer, Olivia resumes her casual roll down the aisleway. Olivia's eyes scream distant as she looks over the various game cabinets in the room. Silver irises dancing to and fro, a soft hum resonating from her mouth. I try to follow where her gaze lingers, but she seems to be constantly drifting to something new every other moment, while deep in her own thoughts. As we carry on slowly, the creeping awkwardness to my stomach gnaws away at me. I have no clue what to do right now. The point of this excursion was to relax. Feels rude to interrupt her, but she definitely knows better than me. Sound vortex? Oh, right there. Wow, you can read that? Say, Olivia. My voice brings her back to the current moment with a start. Her hands maneuvering her chair around to look at me fully. What game should we try first? The baryonyx shrugs her shoulders. Anything. Okay, and how about one of your favorites? My favorites? Yeah, you used to come here all the time. I'm sure you got some you prefer. Yeah, it looks like it, right? I wonder where they took this picture. Like, this is clearly an arcade somewhere. And that's got to be like DDR back there, right? With the platforms. Look of surprise from her quickly hidden by her turning her chair back around. Fine, my favorites then. My favorites. She pushes a wheelchair with purpose towards a particularly large screen in the corner. Looking at it closer, as there's a large block connected to it. A dull, multicolored sticks hanging off the sides with wires. Damn it. I look up at the title above the screen. Ruin Robbers? The more I look at it, the more I see where the splotches of fresh paint barely cover poorly done marker graffiti. Olivia's pout is so prominent as she glares at the base of the funny-looking block before on screen. They updated it. So it should be better then, right? Her pout breaks, transforming into a depressed frown as her eyes seem to gloss over. I follow her gaze to the metal plate at the base and try and better understand. Machine looks pretty well maintained, if you ask me. Something wrong with it? They added a foot pedal for the cover action. I test the plate, feeling it stick down and noticing the video demo on the screen changing to a screen with a bunch of ass with numbers next to of course. This sucks. Olivia's hands curl into fists as she glares at the machine. A twinge runs through my chest when I look back at the frustrated dino girl.
One aspect of her favorite pastime has been changed in a way that almost robs her of it. Wow, that does suck. The thought strikes a painful chord in my heart, though I know I had zero hand in the game update. All the same, I see the Clover Scale girl look so more so morose. That's what the word is. I turn my eye away to my feet. The sensation leaving as I do. The flash of brilliance overcomes me as I look at my loafers. Hey, I got an idea. She cuts me off with a growl. I know what you're going to say, and the answer is no. So you're willing to just give up because you can't play it easily? Yes. Livy's response leaves me a bit floored. Her hateful eyes leer venomously at the former favorite game, but I know my idea will work. Okay, you play then. I've been paying attention. I can handle the pedal work. Livy's words are left hanging as she tries to visualize what I'm saying. Her confused gaze wanders between me and the flat rectangle on the floor. The whole time she looked so goofy, I had to withhold a chuckle of fear of her clawing me. She must have realized, though, as she snatches the light gun from my hand, her cheeks bearing a red hue. Fine. One game. She looks at the light gun in her hand and takes a deep breath. You better do your job, right? Do your job right, Inko. I gave Olivia a nod. She wheels herself right next to the arcade machine. Gimme. She reaches out for my hand and goes to take it before I can respond. She takes it for a split second and then moves down to grab my wrist instead. Her scales are soft and cool. Hit the pedal when I squeeze. Capiche? I nod in affirmation. Olivia blasts the start button into pieces. Not so tight. Dude, hit the damn pedal. It's like playing with a controller leg. Inko. Sorry. Holy crap, this is worse than I remember. Hey, it's me. I'm the guy that makes sense. If you can see, I put the respawning enemies in front of a place that you're forced to cross. I came up with this idea while eating a bird. I don't even want to staple my ears. I don't even want to staple my ears to me. Fucking damn it, not again. What? I don't even want to staple my ears to me? What? Oh. This game sucks. Want to play again? She's a bit intense. When Olivia finally releases her grip on my wrist, I feel my blood rushing through the imprint she left. We ended up playing 4 or 5 games total. That's probably enough. I'm good to move on. You? Are you sure? I don't want to keep you here all day. Olivia looks over the machine one last time before sliding the plastic gun back into its slot. Still a bit disappointed they changed it, but thanks. Alright, there's better games around anyway. Let's go. A stray thought from before I really got to know Olivia careens in the forefront of my mind. Sometime along the way, people started calling her Hot Wheels. Don't remember really who or when. But I don't think it's proof she's gotten... But I know it's proof she's got that fire in her. Fire in her. Before she can roll away too far, my hand takes a hold of one of her chair's grips, jolting the Dino Girl from her sullen stupor. Say, I've got an idea, Hot Wheels. Why don't we try a fighting game where you... try the fighting game you were so good at. The fighting game... Livy's jaw cracked shut, and her hands wiring together tightly. Arcade cabinets can't change, right? I mean, well, technically they can. Her gaze turns toward the opposite end of the arcade, and I can hear the loud hollers of competition from here. Come on, Hot Wheels, what do you say? The name seemed to invigorate her, glacier irises hardening and her ivory claws touching at her wheels. An eerie grin creeps across her features, tongue polishing an incisor as her predatory eyes catch into a particular cabinet in the far side. Olivia picks a direction and speeds off, parting a sea of sweaty dinos and leaving a small space of safety in her wake. After a short while passing some digital pachinko machines, she looks back at me for a moment as if to confirm my presence and to say don't lose me. And then yanks her wheelchair to launch herself through a building towards a new destination. Well, hey. I finally give chase, following as best I can while avoiding the rest of the awestruck players that just witnessed a high-speed dino girl shoving them aside in her wake. As I get closer, the atmosphere seems to grow thicker and the very air dank and heavy, almost as if someone dialed the humidifier up to 11. My God, this place must stink. I mean, you've all experienced gamer stink, right? Imagine that, but dinosaurs. For a second, I have to stop in my tracks to catch my breath and try to cool down as my shades begin to fog up. This is the power of the fighting game crowd. I heard things, but I thought they were jokes. You've been to... Yes, so have I. Through the fog, I spot Liz, or rather Liz's head, sticking above the crowds. Yo, you found us! Getting close, Damien and Liz's head come into view. Olivia stops and checks one last time that I didn't get washed away in the crowd. Jim moves past Damien and Liz, coming to a screeching halt next to a particular cabinet that's occupied by somebody else. She removes a shiny coin from her pocket and places it firmly down on the controls of the current player, who hardly glances at her. Oh God, look at this guy. Oh man. Gamer nerd dinosaur. Well, now we know where the stench is coming from. Anyway, as I step closer, I'm able to overhear an exchange between the two dinos. The greaseball ankylosaur, without even looking away from the cabinet, starts rattling off his credentials to Olivia as if it was a job interview. You know, I'm the best Jurassic player at the side of Caldera, right? Double S rank, 3 online tournaments wins. Besides, it's 50 cents, not... Shut up and nut up already. Oh my God, she's gonna fucking destroy him. Olivia's voice caused the Anglosaur to grimace and finally turn his head. You really want to try me? Oh. I don't like that the text suddenly gets taken away from me sometimes. Yeah, I didn't do that. His jaw clicked shut, his eyes managed to sweep above and then down to Olivia, his eyes squinting as his retinas slowly adjust to the low lighting of something not displaying brightly colored pixelated characters. Bro, you know you can't be bringing chairs over here. It's not after last summer. Olivia growls and raises a fist, and I think the pale-scaled dino finally sees who's challenging him. His maw flaps helplessly as he tries to explain himself before just stopping himself completely. Never mind. Sorry. The Gator girl sighs and taps a finger on the quarter she placed down. Rules say you can't refuse, right? His head tilts in confusion. You know, you look to be the new champ here, right? Yeah. This is a champ's cabinet, right? Damien's come over by this point, followed closely by Liz's head. Champ's cabinet? Unofficial, but yeah, it's the oldest one here. Been here since the dawn of time. It's like sacred or something. I look over the old machine. The paint on it is chipped and positively covered in marker ink, and to the point that the only legible thing on it is the very juvenile edit to the game's title. This thing? Yeah, man, they only let the head honchos usually actually use it. If you're spotted trying without credentials, you end up headbutted. That's bull, but I believe it. I look back to Olivia, who's having a withered stare down with the squat guy she's challenged. Look, lady, I'm a big deal here. Buster's O Nuts. Crown champ and oh, that's his name, really? Buster O Nuts. Crown champ in all Volcadera. This particular dress kick machine's got a history. But it happens to be the same machine that Dano the Rex Go managed to parry. Quit stalling and fight me already. I'm not. I'm just setting the stage is all. Plus, you think you're the only challenger I've got? I look around, noticing that there were now a group surrounding us. On my title as champion, I'll take on all comers now. A hushed whisper goes through the crowd. You've been drinking, Buster. Go home. Just don't drive home. Form a line now. Okay. Tallest to smallest. What? No cutting. Oh, heck yeah. We're gonna wipe the floor with you, Buster. But wait. What? I don't even play video games. I'm not really a gamer either. Too bad. Consider it the blood tax. I want to protest further, but Olivia's head turns toward me with a pleading look on her face. Besides, do you think I want to put my hands on that thing? Who knows where... We're in. Inko! Yeah! Come on, Liz, it won't be that bad. You're still by the Brachio booth, right? Hold tight, I'll come get you. Amy pushes back through the small group around us, following Liz's neck to find the rest of her. Her head swivels around and gives chase. Her pleas to not have to play falling on deaf ears. Brachio booth. The arcade's claustrophobic, so Brachiosaurus would tend to bump into everything, including each other. But there was some lawsuits, and now there's a few platforms placed where people can like her can sit and reach everything. There's even some water fountains attached. Doesn't stop things from getting tangled when there's multiple, but it's something. God, being in this world must be so inconvenient. Lore. In the end, Liz must have relented because she shuffles up to the rest of the group. Fine, let's just make this quick. Liz reluctantly steps towards the arcade cabinet. A crooked smile formed on the self-proclaimed champion's face. It doesn't take long for Liz to completely lose. Yeah, we saw that coming. The large Ankylosaurus hands move like a blur as he dances across the controls, pummeling their digital opponent into the ground. As boastful as he was earlier, he at least proved that he was skilled at Jurassic Kick, the screen displaying perfect after only a minute against Liz. Liz crosses her arms and starts heading back to her old seat in the booth, head in tow with a pout. Buster leans his head back against his clasped hands to make a show that it was no big deal. Next victim. Yeah, it's easy when someone who hasn't played a game, asshole. Damien struts to the cabinet and jams his hand in his pocket for his change. Is there a whole piggy bank in there? Haven't seen your group around before. Taurus? Oh no, Liv and I used to come here all the time. Life's been rough, you know, so we got some friends to come along this little trip down memory lane. Lighten the mood a bit. Place hasn't changed much in the years either. He hoists the quarters high and jams them in the slot. Once more, the screen lights up and the character selection music busts in. Buster considers his selection and ultimately chooses the same character. What's with that death glare? Damien just picked a counter to his character. Probably expects all of us to be beginners. Buster does seem a bit more tense now. Been a while since then, huh? Hey. Her explanation is cut short as her words take on a scratchy quality to them. Hey, you okay? What? I'm fine. I can go and refill your canteen pretty quick. Sure, thanks. She reaches behind her and unhooks her severely dented water bottle from her chair. There's something to look into for Christmas. That Buster guy said there was water by the Brachio booths. Well, I can't imagine the water here is very good. Christmas, what am I thinking? I haven't gotten any more gifts like that before. Focus, Inko, you're just getting some water. And somehow he'll manage to screw that up. I head deeper into the arcade toward the center, passing through the aisle lit by game screens. You guys are done already? No, just refilling Olivia's bottle. Guess I'm gonna miss Damien's match. Say, Liz, this sticker here, what is it? Her head comes close as she eyes the weird brand on the canteen. Well, that's from some really old show. Like back in the 90s old. Hey. Why? Just curious is all. Well, I never really asked Olivia about it. Maybe I should. After all, I think I recall watching a video essay about it recently. Some asshole on YouTube reviewing things from the 90s. What a shock. Though I can never really get into older stuff, the animation always looks so choppy. Recapping the bottle, I lead Liz's head back to the fighting game section. Surprising that Damien and Buster are still playing. This time, both are their hands slamming furiously on the controls. The crowd has even formed around the duo, exchanging low whispers as they watch the old CRT screen. I picked out Olivia in the front of the crowd close to the cabinet so she is able to clearly watch. She's hyper-focused to the point where I swish the bottle in front of her face. She just leans over to keep watching. Evil it is then. I hold the canteen above her muzzle and carefully tip it over until a few drops fall on her face. Her tongue laps along her lips and swipes up the nourishing droplets before glaring at me. Hey! Here you go, fresh from the latrine. Har. She takes the bottle and downs most of it right away before clearing her throat. Thanks. How's Damien's match going? Well, he's getting too aggressive. He is? Yeah, Buster picked a rush-down character, so Damien picked a zoner to keep Buster at a distance. Problem is that zoners are notoriously bad when it comes to footsies, and even worse with mix-ups, which means that if Buster is able to get into Damien's hurt box, he's gonna get super punished and might even lose the set in a single. Wait a second, I'm human. So Damien has to keep his distance. Oh crap. Livy and I watch from the sidelines as the next few seconds Buster pulls off an impressive series of moves that crush Damien's character into the ground. Almost like he was waiting for us to get back.
Well, you actually knew how to play. Buster jams an accusing finger my way as though marking me for death. You're next. Amy's expression carries a hint of disappointment as he steps away from the cabinet, but he quickly peps up and resumes his usual jovial self. You can't bring Damien down. It's impossible. Just me and Olivia left. I nervously step up to the cabinet. A plethora of characters in various fighting poses stare back at me, each with their own promise of victory. I recall an old saying Coach Sully had said, if we do not know what we're doing, then the opposite team certainly can't anticipate our future actions. I like that saying. I tap my joystick over till a large question mark in the middle of the screen is highlighted, to the astonishment of spectators and my visibly nervous opponent. The game begins and my opponent besides me seems exceptionally calm as he manipulates his controls. Compared to me trying out every button and stick I input to figure out what the heck I'm doing. Unlike Damien, who at least looked like he was holding his own against the bloated Buster, I was getting the digital crap kicked out of me. Yeah, we all saw this coming. Every attempt I made was met by my character being grabbed and thrown into some ridiculous, elaborate way. By the time the perfect announcement plays out of the screen, I can feel my wrists cramping up the crazy amount of button mashing I've done in under a minute. At least I lasted a little longer than Liz. Don't feel too bad. I am the best here after all. Olivia, please take this fucker down a peg. Or 2, or 3. His snort-filled laughter grates on my ears as I walk back to my friends, all of them staring daggers at the pasty-scaled dino. The rest of the crowd are in an uproar along with him, and I can feel my ears heat up from the attention. Alright, here we go. Get his ass! Livy's eyes are narrowed as she wheels herself into position, her tail lashing roughly against the ground as she waits for the laughter to die down and her turn to finally begin. Buster chuckles to himself while cracking his knuckles. I just finished wiping the floor with your friends while hardly breaking a sweat. Just so you know who you're really dealing with, I'm Buster O'Nuts, achiever of octaves in the annual Jurassic Wisconsin E-Tournament Demolisher of Icaria, the second best player of 2007 to 2012. The co-leader of the Midwestern branch of the Mighty Mammoth Gamers Guild. You all look bad for ducking out. Are you ready to get busted? Oh, man. You're fat. Wow. You know, you can still back out of this. Olivia's response to insert her coin slowly without breaking any eye contact with Buster with what I can only describe as a predatory leer.
Yo, that joke sucked dick.
Oh, man. I don't think it was really a joke. I think she's just trying to get in his head. Jen slams her fist on the start button. This is gonna be a fucking massacre, isn't it? Buster intently moves his cursor towards a different character. Damien next to me lets out a soft gasp. What? What's wrong? Buster's character is like 3 kinds of bullshit and is what's wrong. Yeah, blurb when someone had a bad comeback. Maybe that's something I could look into. What? Well, for one thing, he's usually gentleman's band and tourneys, and his mouth is moving, but all that comes out is alien words. Buster lets out a chuckle and turns to look at Olivia, giving her a smug grin. Olivia doesn't seem at all fazed by Buster's character choice, clicking her joystick lazily. As soon as Olivia picks her character, the game's announcer blares the name aloud. Wani Long. Oh shit, we got jams. When you buy Street Fighter on Temu. Damien turns to look at me. The excitement in his face is overbearing. That's Olivia's main. Oh man, it's gonna be one hell of a fight if Olivia's breaking her out. So, this Wani Long is a good character. Shortest explanation you'll understand is yes. What's the long one? If you don't know what a Shoto is, it'll take too long to explain here. I don't even know what that is. Bah. While Damien rambles on, I recall Olivia's motivation just to get here. That look she had, that more than anything piques my curiosity. So, how good is Olivia with her? Damien's replies only give me a wide grin, big grin. So there's your answer. Oh, you'll see. A loud soundbite from the cabinet speaker signaled the start of Olivia's match. Given the way Damien spoke of Olivia's skills, it's like it was derived from an ancient scroll. I expected to be a flurry of pixelated beatdowns and tactful controller play. The characters, Ryukin. Ah, okay. I gotcha. But instead it looked like nothing at all. In the large display booth, characters are just shifting back and forth, and the joysticks in Olivia's and Buster's hands clacking about furiously. Honestly, it looked more like they were attempting to make their digital avatars tap dance. Ooh! Wait, did I miss something? I want to turn my eyes away in case anything happens. No, like they're trying to get a read on each other. Like they're trying to predict what the other will do and so they'll counter and steal the match. Oh. So it's like they're sizing. There's a heavy crack and thump on the floor in front of me. Olivia's tail lashed at the base of the cabinet while Buster's Thagomizer had managed to track into the Thagomizer. Whatever, had managed to crack into the concrete floor beneath him. On the screen, the characters finally made contact and sent each other flying in opposite directions. Behind me, a crowd started cheering, finally excited that there was some actual action happening. Damien is holdering Damien is hollering next to me, cheering on Olivia with all his might. Yo! Shit just got serious. The excitement dies down as the duo resume their cyber posturing. My eyes darted between Olivia and Buster. Olivia is completely absorbed in the match, her eyes wide and full of killing intent. Buster, on the other hand, seems like he can only barely contain his fury. 10 seconds on the clock. Olivia comes in clutch. Push.
One shall stand, one shall fall.
There we go. Yes. 10 seconds on the clock. Olivia comes in clutch, punching Buster's character with a impressive string of attacks. He managed to get away with a single pixel of health just as the time limit runs out. Winner, Wani Long! Crowd goes nuts as Olivia's victory is announced. And you know what? I can't help but cheer along with them. 10, 9, 8. Olivia slumps back in her mobile seat and lets out a sigh before returning to her original position. Buster lets out a snort and twists and stretches his neck and cracks his knuckles before once again gripping the controls tight. Guys, I'm on the edge of my seat. I don't know about any of you. Round 2. Clash and trash. Fight! The crowds return to a more silent state of observing the match closely. Only low murmurs as they gawk into two highly skilled players. The words pass around reach me, attempting to draw my eyes away. Weird for him. Surprising he's not doing the... Is he playing with her? Come on, Olivia! Damien shouts above the rest of them, nearly blew out my eardrums, but I shared this sentiment as they stylized characters exchange simple blows. The timer continues to tick down. Buster once again being put on the defensive. With how all the previous bouts went, Buster always had control with a cutthroat level of offense, but I didn't think of him being this passive. The countdown once again hit 0, this time with Olivia's character slouching in defeat and the crowd cheering again, although less enthusiastically than before. You got this, Olivia. Just one more win and you're a champ again. Olivia's shoulders tense up at what he said, and all eyes stared directly at her. Damien, come on, Hot Wheels, show them why you're the best. She groans a bit and refocuses on the screen. The group simmers down to silence in anticipation of the start of the final match. The sudden silence actually catches me off guard for a second. Long enough for my own doubts to catch up to me. Buster's playstyle. It's like he's not really trying. The match starts and the hype flares right back up. That's stupid of me to even think. He's a gamer bro champion type. He's got way too much to lose. And yet, hey Damien. Yeah? Do you notice anything off about how Buster's playing? You notice it too? Guess I'm not just paranoid then. Like I didn't really watch your match, but he was always so passive? No. But like these two are crazy good, so maybe this is all mind games. As if you're going to throw the game out to let her win. We glance back onto the ongoing battle happening on the screen, and I take notice of Buster's hand movements. As Olivia launches her character into a furious combo, sure enough, Buster hesitates just enough to let his fighter get hit by the first blow. That's brilliant timing. This is crazy. Huh? Then it hits me all at once, like a freight train. The way Buster's looking down at Olivia, how he didn't want her to take her, how he didn't want to take her challenge, all the excuses he was giving. He's a virgin. What? Fucking what? Oh, what? After all that, you're gonna drop that on me? Shit. But also, he's throwing a whole match, isn't he? We're dealing with someone that has absolutely no life. How do you kill that which has no life? Are we sure that's the issue? I mean, it's a safe bet at the very least. He's throwing the whole match, isn't he? Damn it. Even here, Olivia was right. Damien, I think he's taking it easy on her. You think so? Damien takes a moment to ponder what I said. Dang. Even here? That's what I was thinking. Should we do something? What, interrupt the match? Everyone else is having fun. The crowd whoops again. Only now it sounds a bit different. Howl, mocking. Damien's frills sag with concern. He turns to me. What we came here for is for a good time. If she can't tell, what's the harm? Jeez. You know what I mean? Yeah, I do. I hate that he's right. I could stand up for her. I mean, just being here for Olivia when Mia was getting on her was pretty all right. I think we're finally getting another choice. Jesus Christ, it's been forever. But that was a while ago. I just don't know. I look over at the crowd again. The match is about halfway done, judging by the remaining health pools. Don't cause a fuss for Olivia. Cheer Olivia on. Okay. Okay, the correct choice is cheer Olivia on. I think so, right? I think so. I wish I found the proper guide that I was using. Hold on, I need to double check. I don't want to screw this up, okay? Okay, there it is. Okay. I found it. Everyone can relax. I found it. Cheer Olivia. Okay, so confirmed. Cheer Olivia on is the correct choice. Hold on, let me fix my windows. Okay. Cheer Olivia on. I know Olivia normally doesn't like this from strangers, but I'm no stranger to Olivia. She knows my intentions. We're friends. On screen, it looks like the characters are about to strike one another with their feet. I cup my hands around my mouth. Go, Olivia! You got this! Damien recoils from my scream. Or maybe I popped his eardrum, judging by the glare he levels at me. Then he raises 2 fingers to his mouth. Whee! What?
Heck yeah, you got this!
Even Liz tries to join in shouting down the crowd with her own cheers. Oh, you know what would be cool? You can do this, Hot Wheels!
Yeah, go, Hot Wheels, go!
Olivia flinches and turns her head to look back at us. Curiously, so does her opponent. She sees us cheering and she gets her usual disfavoring furrowed brow. No way, I'm sticking to my guns. Eyes on the screen, Hot Wheels, he's gonna get you.
Beat him without even looking.
Oh, it's a whistle. Oh, okay. That doesn't come through well in text form. Stares right through the crowd at me. Only an instant, but it feels longer. But her subtle scowl cracks. Then it completely folds into a smirk back at us. She faces back to the screen with renewed vigor. Buster shakes his head to snap himself into his own slog. Out of his own slog. Looks like he was only intending to lose by a little, but he's picked up the pace now. Only time. The match time's out. Ah. Dang, want to go for another round? People need a winner. Actually, mind if I run into the restroom real fast? Yeah, it's down by that way. Olivia turns and smiles at me again. It's warm. And she goes off to the restroom. Buster waits for her out of earshot and scrambles over to Damien and I. Hey, you two. You guys weren't serious, right? Huh? You were saying Hot Wheels. That's not really her, right? Hot Wheels from a decade ago? Yep, that's her. Why? I mean, I feel like a jackass now. You were throwing for her, weren't you? A little. Your buddy Finhead gave me some sob story about her during our match, and I felt bad, okay? Who wants to be known as the asshole that picks on a cripple? Oh, Buster was being hospitable to a young lady. What the fuck? Shut the... Yo, Buster, you simping? You simping? Piss off. Well, yeah, I didn't mean any disrespect or anything. Crap, I didn't know she had history here. I should have been more respectful than that. He sighs.
What do you do now?
I'll play for real. That's what she deserves. That's all we ask. Buster nods and turns with a thumbs up. He cracks his knuckles and necks and prepares for his first legitimate match of the day. You're still kind of simping, though. Shut the hell up, Dave. Oh, so you know what? Sometimes this game is great. Larry returns, sliding up to the machine once more.
Thanks for waiting.
No problem. Ready?
You know it.
Good, because you're going down this time. There we go. They give each other one last competitive leer before putting all their focus on the screen. Just as before, Buster chooses the OP character and Olivia picks Wani Long. As soon as the in-game announcer yells, "Fight!" Buster immediately goes in for the kill, the total opposite of how he was playing in the last match. It catches Olivia off guard for a moment, leading her character to eat a massive combo that takes away a good chunk of her health. True to his word, he isn't holding back. Holding back this time, for Olivia's sake, dealing her the same level of beatdown brutality he had given to the opposite opponents before. It seems to only invigorate her, putting her skills and hands into overdrive. Even though Buster's going at full force, Olivia still manages to get Wani Long to land a few punches and kicks, along with evading some attacks. The crowd seems to notice the reappearance of Buster's lethality, causing an uproar of cheering and whoops. Oof, man, my back hurts. I'm getting tired just reading about this. Jeez. Damien, of course, follows suit. "You got this, Hot Wheels. Kick his ass." Can't let him be the only one, right? Show him why you're the champ. Unfortunately, not even Olivia could beat Buster's true fighting skills, and like his previous opponents, KO! Bold wins. Oh, damn. The crowd is a mix of groans and cheers and excitement in the ill-fated defeat of Olivia. That's just the air escaping from his rolls of fat. Woo! Buster crosses his arms, basking in his self-pride of beating the legendary Hot Wheels. Damn, you really handed my ass to me. Didn't I say it was kind of a big deal around here? Yeah. Though I gotta admit, you gave me a real challenge. I see why you were known as a champ. Thanks. If you're ever up for a rematch, you know where to find me. With that, Olivia makes her way back over to us, a smile beaming across her face. Alright, who's next? We exit the crowd into a more spacious part of the arcade. That was awesome, Liv. You really gave him a run for his money. I know, right? I mean, I know I'm a bit rusty, but the moment I got my hands on the controls, he gave me a real fight. It was so close to beating him. Despite having been outmatched and losing to Buster, she seems to be having an even more fun than ever. I'm feeling all jittery after that fight. That's the gamer rush settling in you. Hey, you know they sell food here, right? We should get some snacks to celebrate. Well, I was smelling grease, so I was assuming it was. He takes his own order and starts marching off in another direction. Damien, wait for the rest of us. Food, huh? You know, I could go for a little something. Yeah, it's getting pretty late. Come on, they went this way. Olivia starts plowing through the crowd once more. Oh boy, this again. I'll call it exercise. Damn, that was fucking intense. Snack bar is a small cutaway from the rest of the building, segregated by a different style tiling and brighter fluorescent lights. Ah, yeah. My eyes. There's not a lot of options aside from what you expect. Pizza, ice cream, chicken strips, pickles, and the like. When Damien asked for 2 slices of pizza, Liz got excited. The moment she got the food, however, he was already eating one while holding the other. She seemed really annoyed, but took his offer to let him pay for the food. He offered to pay for Olivia and myself, but the last thing I want for him to do is drain his wallet any further, knowing their living situation. Barely over $10, so it's not like it bothers me. Olivia had gotten an order of chicken wings slathered in hot sauce. I just went for the classic chicken strips and one of the sodas I recognized from the school vending machine. We take a seat at one of the few open tables, and I struggle not to think about how often they cleaned. Damien doesn't bother sitting with us, as he heads right back into the fray with both arms occupied by his dinner. Liz follows after Damien, so to keep track of him, at least her head does. Olivia barely even sets her tray down before crunch, 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 crunch. I suddenly shift myself away from the maelstrom of molars and claws. Everyone in this world eats like a fucking goblin. Damien probably said he'd cover the meal because he knew Olivia would get like this. Sheesh, Hot Wheels, would you like some actual meat on that? I didn't even know wing bones could get that big. Olivia responds by snapping a bone in two between her teeth. The marrow squirts out a little, and she has to get a napkin to wipe her cheek. Suddenly, my own chicken tender meal looks even more unsavory, so I push it to the side and closer to the toothed tornado. Only takes a moment for her to accept my offering with no manners whatsoever. Thank you. Don't mention it. So, after we finish, any other plans? Olivia ponders my words while rolling a bone around in her mouth like it's a lollipop stick. Just a chicken bone, Echo. An oddly large chicken bone. I don't know, I've basically done all I want to do by now. Amy's probably got another 20 minutes before he burns out. I'm cool to hang here unless you want to do something. Nah, I actually don't play games much. I had fun playing with you though. Olivia looks away for some reason. We should do this sort of thing more often. Yeah? Of course, we never had this much fun outside my previous schools, mainly because I never had many friends to hang out with. That's kind of sad. It is, but it looks like moving here was a change for the better. Plus, it's just fun to hang out with you. Though stained with sauce, Olivia's lips curled into a smile. And Liz and Damien too. But I have to admit, with the way Liz gravitates towards Damien, it's almost like she had all this set up. What do you mean? Well, Damien and Liz are pretty close, so maybe she's using this as an opportunity to get for them to get closer. It's almost like we're on the double date or something. Whoa, careful, man. She jerks back to me, completely attentive. Did I say something? Really? Yeah, it's kind of funny. Since we hang out together pretty often, people might start thinking we're together. Something whips into my back. Ah! Olivia grabs hold of her tail. Crap, sorry. Yeah. I had fun today. Going out like this for me is the first time in ages. Seeing this place again, it's nice. That Buster guy did say they renovated a bit in the last few years. Has anything else changed? Olivia looks into the depths of the arcade looking for anything different. You know what? I think the wallpaper's changed. But other than that, she turns back to me with a nostalgic grin. Nope, it stayed the same. You know what has changed though? What? The people here. What, like the employees? Them too, but I meant the regulars. When we came here, the place was always more... Her tongue probes her cheek as she considers different words. More hectic? No, more packed. It was easy getting through here today. I recall her almost running some people over to get across the building. And with the look she had back then, I don't think she's noticed if she had. Olivia's gaze lingers back toward the arcade machines. Back then, every machine was crowded. It was a lot louder, and there was always this something in the air that had everyone excited. What about when you and that guy were playing Jurassic? Okay, yeah, it was like that. But way more... Like, it felt like every machine had a crowd around it. Everyone was just getting crazy, and it was always a pain to wait your turn. With the heaviest of sighs, Olivia turns back toward me. This feels empty, like everything nowadays. Oof. This is now starting to hit a little too close to home. I mean, empty is good if you're able to get around easy. Near hit and runs notwithstanding. And personally, this place feels crazy to me. Even here in this tiny food court, I feel like the rumbling loudness of all the people here resonate through my body. Her only response was a non-committal hum. Olivia handles her flask carefully, staring down at the sticker I'd noticed with a wistful look. I remember that Liz mentioned about it being from an old show she watched. Say, I noticed that sticker when I went to refill it. What's it from? Oh, it's from an old anime that I remember watching growing up. It's nothing really special. Some anime, huh? What's it about? You wanna know? Oh. What's with that look? Sure, I never really caught into the whole anime stuff, but I'd like to know what... Oh, no! No! Back down now! No! No! Don't have an anime fan tell you about their favorite anime. You'll be here all day. Well, if you really want to know, it's not like any other anime. It's called Gundam? Oh god, she's a Gundam fan. Forget all day, they're gonna be here all week. And for the next 5 minutes, Olivia tries to summarize the premise of Gundam. Why is it got a lowercase g? In detail. Oh my god. Yeah, this seems about right. This seems perfectly correct for summarizing the plot of Gundam, given how many series there are. Given that I'm clueless as to as it is, I was with fighting with the fighting terminology. The plot sounds completely esoteric. The sticker is of a symbol worn by a faction of space noids fighting for their independence. Sounds like I'm away from the mic. Is this good now? I think I tilted my head back a little bit. Are we good? Sounds good? It sounds the same. It's good? Okay. I mean, the sound wave looks normal to me, and it's definitely coming through the mic. I might have, like, tilted my head away from the mic for a minute. I'll have to check it later. Anyway, Olivia's going on and on about the 12 or 20 Gundam series right now. Sounds like just a noble group with a goal. Sounds like a just noble group with a goal like that. Watching her talk so passionately about the series franchise. Oh, that's a lot. Yeah, no kidding. I don't think that has anything to do with Gundam, but yes. For how long? That's the alternative universe stuff. Oh, and then there's this martial arts one. As she continues her description of the franchise, I start to realize how enamored I've become. Uh-oh. No, he's been corrupted! Oh god! Inko, get out while you can! Not just about hearing the show, but just from seeing Olivia talk about talking about her favorite show with such passion and energy. I find myself engrossed in the voice as she recounts a particular version of the anime. She's even taken an emulating segments from the show. I liked hearing his girlfriend geek out about her obsession. Yeah, I suppose we can look at it that way. And in the end, he finally admits it, and is one of the best romances Gundam's done. And her sudden pause worries me. What's wrong? Nothing. Doesn't sound like anything. Doesn't sound like nothing. Rather, given the roughness in her tongue, her throat finally ran dry. Do you need another refill? I'm good. I'm trying to like get a good look at it's this, right? Okay, admittedly, I don't know that much about Gundam. I've only seen a little bit of it, but I don't recognize... Unless they just didn't want to do something for copyright reasons, or whatever. She drinks deeply from the canteen that had started all of this. It's been a while since she talked herself dry like that. In fact, I can recall the last time she desperately needed to hydrate like that at all. Like that. I think maybe around the start of the school year. She releases the canteen and lets a breath of relief out. Better? Olivia nods. Yeah, anyway, where'd I leave? Actually, I've probably been babbling on for too long about it. Oh no, I don't mind at all. That's fine. Besides, let me talk about my favorite show, so tell me about yours. Mine? Well, I haven't finished anything, just mostly video essays about old shows. I'm told I can call myself a fan of video games without even having played them, but does that apply to TV? Olivia sure has taste. She can tell me exactly what kind of show she likes and why she likes it. I just know bits of trivia. No, that can't be right. I've seen lots of things in passing. Like... Well, shoot. No, babble more. I have no swag. I spent my time not watching TV and doing things outside. What a loser. I guess I spent more time watching in-depth video essays about shows than actually watching them. Man, that's embarrassing. No, it's not. Okay, maybe a little. But it's never too late to get into it. See what you do or don't like. Next time you're over at my place, we can binge watch a whole anime series. I like the sound of that. But if it ever gets too intense, you can always watch Power Raptors with Vinny. Hey. Relax. Toku shows like that aren't just for kids to like. As long as it isn't Gundam Wing. That's funny. I remember my dad letting me watch it as a kid, and Vinny got into it because I showed him. You don't mind me asking, you mentioned that your dad's in and out of town because of his job. What is it exactly? He's on contract with the DOD. Wow, really? Department of Defense? Yep, been working with the Air Force since I was a baby. I guess so. Normally he isn't called that often, but when he does, it's pretty lengthy. Weeks, even months. That must suck. Isn't all too bad. We can still catch each other and send messages. The work just keeps him busy. Well, that's good. Keeping in touch with all your folks is important. Why do I feel sad now? We really don't know much about him, do we? What about your parents? What's their job? Well, I guess we're about to find out. Oh, mine are joint partners and architect. That's why we move around a lot, and the main reason why we're here in Volcadera is to begin with. And now it all makes sense. What does? You know. Points at the shades and jacket. Having on a jacket and shades doesn't automatically make me rich, Olivia. Dude, who else wears clothes from Abercrombie and Flint and has extra pairs of Ray A-Bands sunglasses on them? People in mansions, that's who. I don't live in a mansion. For your information, it's a 2-story complex with an automatic gate and... oh. Damn, self-awareness is a cold mother. I see what you mean. Now you get it, moneybags. Suddenly, Liz starts waving her hands around excitedly. What the? Here you go, Olivia. Damien comes rushing in, both arms filled with a pile of tickets. Whoa, mama, that's a lot of tickets. The other end is still trailing behind him. Damien got the jackpot on Megala Millionaire. That's probably like 1,000 tickets. That can get you a Tootsie Roll and a finger trap. Good job, buddy. I'm gonna go see what this gets
gets me at the prize corner. Come on. Holy crap. All right, yeah, you done eating, Olivia? She takes the basket of chicken strips and pushes back from the table. Yeah. I roll my eyes and follow behind Damien in the prize corner. Playing like crazy for big bouncy balls once. Oh yeah. One time. Okay, this is a crazy stupid story. One time I was at an arcade with a friend, like this was sometime in like the early 2000s. We won a whole bunch of tickets. And for some stupid reason, we spent the entire thing on bouncy balls. I'm not kidding. I had a literal bucket of bouncy balls for years that I did not know what to do with. What a dumb thing we did. I guess it could have been worse. Yeah, I literally had a bucket of bouncy ball. I don't know what happened to it. I might have... It was probably so long that the rubber started to degrade, and they probably had to throw them out. But man, that was a waste of a lot of tickets. He plops his winning stash on the counter in front of the unmasked clerk. So what'll this get me? Nothing. You need to drop those in the ticket counter first. Damn, nearly forgot. Rushes off to get them counted. I look over at the options. There's a few old games up there on the top shelf, several thousand. What's the exchange rate supposed to be? Below me in the glass counter is a bunch of candy and small plastic novelties. Not the prices, it's the game. It's the game and playing itself. Yeah, I suppose that's true. There's also a lot of joke items. Whoopee cushions, air horns, things like that. In one corner is a series of licensed and generic plush toys hanging. What do you think he'll get? Probably the mini race car, RC car? Or maybe that plasma globe. I do love a plasma globe. He's going to get a handful. He's going to get a handful of candy and let us have the rest. You think so? All right, I'm back. He hands the ticket over. I spot the number 1,247 painted on the ticket. Dang, that's enough for one of the plushies on the wall. Let's see. I think I know what he's gonna do. Hey, how about that? Points to a small foosball table on the top shelf. Clerk glances up at it. It's gonna be like another few thousand. Aw, damn it. Well, I'm out of ideas. Guess I'll have some of those then. The clerk gets a small bag of chocolates from the display. You guys can have the rest. I don't really need it. I don't really need anything here. Nothing really speaking to me either. I might want something. Olivia scans the corner. There's still enough tickets for a medium prize. She might be going for a paddle ball or something. Whoa, look at that. She points to the plushie corner. The blue slug thing? No, next to it. What the fuck? It's a weird dark green thing hanging in the corner. What the fuck is that? Like a parasite. The only one of its kind. I kind of want to drop kick it. That one? I don't know. Something about it really makes me want to, I don't know, tie it to a firework and set it off in a deep fryer. I was just thinking the same thing. You guys are rude. I'm not saying you're wrong though. He looks like he's the reason we have taxes. Jeez. I hate his face. I think he thinks he's better than all of us. I've gotten used to it. It's been around for years. Tell it I hate it. Jeez, guys. I don't really want it. You don't really want it, right, Olivia? Wow, it's just like me. Her eyes are bright and wide. She's in love. Oop. It's like a... What? It's like a fucking lamprey. The clerk hands her the stuffed toy and she looks deep into its beady eyes. Just like me. I'm just gonna set that on fire. I'm gonna set that on fire sometime. Not if you like having both arms. We have two for a reason. The argument continues. Wow, jeez. What is that thing, cursed or something? For several minutes. Guys, it's getting late. I think we should head out. Shoot, she's right. Even though the weekend starts tomorrow, I still have a curfew that my folks are strict about. I agree. I guess you're right. On the way out, Damien stops and breathes in deeply. You know what? This was a lot of fun. Coming all here together for the first time in a while. Thanks for taking us, Liz. Oh, it's no problem. Thanks to you guys too. Yeah, man, it was fun. We should do this again sometime. Is it just like you remember? Even better. I know I was a bit meh about the idea at first, but I'll admit, it was worth it. Back in the car, the argument picks up again. Aw. You know what? Let her have her little abomination. She's earned it. I'm just saying you should try hiding pencils in its ears until they come out the other side of its head. If anyone hurts him, I'll kill you. She stares with the razor intent back at Damien. Okay, let's not get into fratricide over a plush animal. Olivia hugs the wretched thing. It's not that bad. Come on. I've seen worse. I've won worse at arcades myself. So Inko, you want me to drop you off at your place? Oh, dang. Yes, please. Hadn't thought of that. Kind of like a Jaws plush toy? Yeah. It's some sort of sea creature. I can't really tell, though. It's maybe a shark? I quickly send Liz the address to my house, which she puts into Google Maps. Buckled in, we head out of the parking lot and into the main road. Entering the freeway, we pass the city, now illuminated. The early fall sunset bathes the car's interior warm orange, and we make our way home. As we make our way home, I find myself recalling all the spots Olivia had highlighted. A whale-like Pokemon, maybe a whale? Some sort of unidentified sea monster for sure. I wanted to ask her again just so I knew for sure, but seeing her rest peacefully gave me a pause. Well, I suppose I can ask her another time. Better to let sleeping gators lie. Wait, lay? Let her rest. She had fun, now she's tired, and that's all that matters. I know Olivia mentioned that the place was updated, but I'd be lying to myself if I didn't say that it looked like a bit too grimy. I just hope I don't get sick. Yeah, you don't want to pick up some kind of weird dino disease. Yep, I got sick. Oh, no. He got the dino rona. I've been completely out of the whole weekend, sick like a dog. Must have caught it in the arcade. At first, it was just a slight headache and a stuffy nose. By Sunday, I felt like my bones were made out of paper mache. It was definitely from when he touched the controller at the fighting game. Absolutely, that's when he picked it up. Couldn't even go to school today. Man, this sucks. Shouldn't have ignored the signs. The rapid weather change isn't helping either. Between the pollen and the chills. Dinovid 9. Worst part is I'm falling out of practice. Tried on and off every hour to watch drawing tutorials, but within minutes my consciousness is overtaken by a fog and I retreat back to bed.
At this rate, I'll never actually have a skill people thought I had in the beginning of the contest. Between the sunlight obscuring my clouds and my own bouts of unconsciousness, it feels like I'd been sick for weeks instead of just days. I would have asked my parents for some help, but they still had work, and the most help they can give me was simply calling into school to let them know I was sick. Slurp. Oh God. Well, thankfully he has a Snuggie. That'll help. My God, look at that TV. That's an amazing TV. Yeah, his parents are rich, no doubt about it. I finish off the cup of medicine I've made and go back to my medicine I've made. You made medicine? Don't do that. And go back to my noodles. The only reason I'm even conscious right now is because I figured some soup would help with the splitting headaches. And I made sure the pantry is stocked full of cup ramen. I shovel even more instant noodles into my mouth as I lay spread on the couch, trying to watch whatever's on TV. Eventually, I decide to set the salty goodness aside in favor of scrolling through the notifications on my cell phone. Filthy rich Scrooges, yeah. I mean, I guess they seem like nice people. He's all right. He's a bit stupid, but he doesn't seem like a bad person. But then again, we made those choices for him, didn't we? Of course, I got a few dozen from Damien. Bless his heart, he's been giving me hour play-by-play of the school day. Got a few messages from Liz, too. She's also filling me in on the school day, albeit not very clearly as often as Damien. Even Olivia messaged me, and I feel oddly soothed as I read her well wishes. I suddenly get another notification, this time from Ben. It's a PDF of my homework, followed soon after by a simple get well soon animated emoji. Aren't I popular? Hey, you're better off than most people were in high school, man. Not that I know anything about that. I'll be sure to thank them in person when I'm better. Another wave of fuzziness washes over me, so I pop a few flu meds and chase it down with another gulp of lukewarm chicken broth. 3 days of being sick as a dog, and it's only occurring to me that I haven't seen any sign of... I thought I already got my groceries delivered today, or was that yesterday? Whatever, I push myself upright on the couch turned sick bed, uncaring for all my styrofoam noodle cups and plastic wrappers that fall into my carpet. Wow, I really let things get out of hand. My head is spinning as I make the arduous 20-foot journey. I check the people and see nothing there. Maybe it's a small child. Tracy Scout... Triassic Scout cookies sound awesome right now. On one hand, works to undo the locks, while I'm focusing on finding my wallet with the other. Damn poofy sleeves if they weren't so... What's up, you dead yet? Olivia. What are you doing? What are you doing here? In spite of her cheerful greeting, Olivia shifts side to side in her seat. Her knees totter together. Mr. Iadaka wanted me to give you the project worksheets for his class. She pulls her backpack up from behind her chair and reaches in, drawing out a manila envelope and waving it in my face. My dizziness intensifies as my eyes attempt to track the rapidly moving object in front of me. Oh, the one about Baroque? Thanks. I'm pretty sure Ben had just sent me those as a PDF. She snorts and lets the package go in my hand, fumbling to catch it before it hits the floor. Without batting an eye, Olivia pushes past me as if wandering into someone's house is an everyday occurrence for her. Come on, the project isn't going to finish itself. Huh? She's already wheeled herself to my couch and set a backpack on the coffee table. Yeah, I figured you could use some help on it, or... And balks at the mountain of junk I'd left. I think her nose crinkles hard to tell Hard to tell from so far away. Damn, Inko, you live like this? My head finally catches up with what's transpired. Olivia is here now. Cool. What isn't is the sudden onset of vertigo. Guess I wasn't standing upright for too long. I only managed to stay up just enough to thank the support. I only managed to stay up just enough to thanks to the support of the wall. What? Just how sick are you? Pretty sick. The disgust that was in her face was wiped away as she wiped away as she looks at me. I wonder why. Whoa, what's happening? Why is my floor coming at me? Oh God. He really was sick, damn. Owie. After my impromptu fumble, Olivia had done her best to pull me up and get me onto the couch. My robe did make it easy to drag me across the smooth floor of my house. Okay, forget the project. What project?
That escalated quickly. I mean, that really got out of hand fast.
Yeah. Attaboy. I can't tell if the dizziness is new or not. Olivia's already started picking up the trash mountains, moving what she can into a grocery bag. Watching her with my vision going fuzzy only intensifies the vertigo. I guess I should take more of my medicine. I grab a can of soda from the half-empty case on the table, along with my bottle of cough syrup. Psst. I open the can and bottle into the glass I've been using all weekend, watching the delicious mixture slowly become my panacea. Giving the glass a good swirl to ensure the best final product, I grin and gulp down my alchemic masterpiece. I don't get to finish the drink, however, as an olive green tail slams my midsection and makes me spit up the drink all over myself. The fuck are you doing? No wonder you've been still sick as shit. What? I read online that it makes the medicine go down easier. Nico, you've been drugging yourself with fucking purple drank. Wow. It actually said purple drank. I'm kind of impressed. I mean, yeah, it's purple and I drink it. Holy crap, how are you alive? I don't know, he functions well without most of his face. He seems pretty resilient. The smell of my spat up drink irritates my nose, and I feel my stomach roll from both the impact and forced purging. Drinking that lean. I resist the urge to retch, feeling all my energy drain away. Blurg. Feel completely spent. Oh God, he's fading. Oh no. My vision swims and the world turns counterclockwise. I feel something on my head, and I'm thankful that it's something soft and warm and soothing smooth maneuvers it back onto the couch. The blackness of my shut eyelids returns the uprightness of the world, and the numbness I've grown used to, it overtakes my limbs. Oh my God, Inko, are you okay? Oh man, stay here. I'll figure. Olivia's voice is drowned out by growing drone of whistle noises. Please don't puke all over Olivia. The movie with the weekend all over again, my brother. Oh God, everything's gone. It's like when I take my glasses off. Jeez. Once again, the colors from the outside of the window bleed and flood my house. And I'm still without my rent money. Someone's in here still. They're bent over something. Hey you, what's going on? Whoa, what the fuck? What the fuck? Funny Gator girl on wheels.
Whoa, nice graphics. I'd like to get my hands on that game.
We've gone surrealist. Or cubist, maybe. I'm not entirely sure. Hang on, I'll try to help you out.
Look at her fucking chin. Look at that. Oh, hold on. I almost clicked on one of the choices. Holy shit. Choice. Okay, apparently this choice doesn't matter. The previous one we did was choice 13. So there's this one. The one after this matters. So, hold on. Let me okay, hold on. Let me get my windows back together. So big hugs. I want a hug. What's going on? Who is this? Where's Lucy? Where's my daughter? If a man came from monkeys, then how does Coach Sully exist? 3. Your acid dream nightmare demon will not remember this. That's actually a very good question. I think he's a Bigfoot. I'm not entirely sure. So which one? Are we gonna go with 3? You guys like 3? I've seen other games in this style. I have some in my library. 3? Okay, we're picking 3. Don't say anything. Don't say anything. You're completely incoherent. Yeah, incoherent. Oh god, wow, he is delirious as fuck. That's my name. Before I could say anything, my being fades into the void. Oh god. My head. What year is it? I sit up and glance around the room. Mom and Dad aren't back yet, even though it's 6 o'clock. Some business meeting, huh? Can I get some of that? Oh. Wait, no, what's that smell? Dang, something's cooking. Smells nice. Guess Mom is home. Wonder what the occasion is. Normally, it's just reheated whatever. I put the couch pillows back the way my parents like them, and head into the kitchen to see what's up. Whatever year it is, don't randomly start singing in front of a large crowd. You might find a pyromaniac girlfriend. Well, Mom, that smells good. Shit, sorry. I didn't know you were still... Oh, man, I passed out on you, didn't I? The assignment. It's fine. You feeling any better? Oh, are they not... are they not around often? Yeah, they're usually busy with work stuff. Both have busy but well-paying jobs. I'm fine, don't worry. I'm what you'd call a latchkey kid. You say so. Livy looks down at the slow cooker and fiddles with one of the dials. Actually, you really not have anyone around? No aunts, grandparents? Do nothing? No nothing? I shrug. Like my mom's gone and my dad's a whole another story, but at least he's stuck me with the pains. And that way, I guess you're worse off than me somehow. The last part she spoke was quieter, and with a downcast face, I can't help but feel I wasn't meant to hear it. Well, yeah, at least you have your folks, but I don't think it does much good comparing our situations. Dad is taking a long time getting that milk. It ain't as easy as it sounds. He'll be back one day with that milk and the cigarettes he was going to get for himself. I just have to do better parent. I just have to be a better parent for my. I'll just have to be a better parent for my kids. Olivia flinches. I don't know why though. I don't know why though. It isn't what everyone else. Isn't that what everyone else wants? Plan to start a family? Yeah, of course. What about you? My dad really wants me to. He knows it's pretty far from ideal. He's told me before that he hopes I can make a family work, like how Like how he couldn't. It'll be nice, but I mean, it's probably not going to happen. I think it can. Well, after you collapsed, I panicked. I had to call an Miss Payne to ask her what to do. If I should call emergency services. And she said when this happens to Damien, she just makes him shepherd's pie and waits for him to sleep it off. Oh, I love shepherd's pie. I haven't had it very often, but man, it's so good. I had to root through your fridge to find you have jack shit in terms of ingredients. And your appliances too. I thought the place was upscale, as this would clearly have an air fryer. All I could find was this slow cooker, and I threw in vegetables that hadn't expired into with some stock. Jeez. For rich people, they're fucking slobs. Should be good for your sinuses, at least. I vaguely remember something along those lines. I stepped closer to Olivia, peering into the glass window of the cooker. I didn't even know we had half of what's in there. Really, why would your parents buy this kind of stuff just to let it rot away in the fridge? My mom does like to cook, but she doesn't do it very often. I wish she would. Green Gator snorts. You know, I'm only spoiling you because you're sick. It's not that. I just miss dinner, you know? Sitting around the dining room table and talking to each other. We don't really do that anymore, except maybe on holidays. Olivia winces. No kidding, sorry to pry. Can't help but sigh as I think about my lackluster relationship with Mom and Dad. It's alright. Anyway, I didn't take you for the culinary type, Olivia. The awkwardness of just standing and staring gets to me, so I choose to take a seat at our island table. Man, these chairs are surprisingly comfy. This is actually the first time the table was even used since we moved in. Thinking about it, Olivia has given me a lot of firsts now. Kind of wish Mom would make dinner again, like before she got that promotion. Olivia hums to herself as she moves toward the fridge, pulling out the egg carton and scowling after checking it. Ah, the eggs have ripened. Wait a minute. Eggs don't ripen. Eggs don't ripen! How often do you get groceries, Inko? I ordered some earlier. Actual groceries, not that junk. Oh. God, it's such a waste of money. Imagine if you can cook the food like the food you like. I try to, but my head starts to get a bit lighter. Though now I can practically taste the salivating smell coming from the cooker. Is that why you're in home ec? There's another low hum from her as she considers something. What if she'd be... I wanted to be ready when I had to have a place of my own. I want a promotion or mess with... Yeah, I understand that. It's actually relaxing. It just keeps my mind and hands busy when I'm alone. Plus, it's either this or, you know, brother Mrs. Payne all the time. Why did that scare me? Damn. The cooker pings, signaling the stew is finished. When Olivia takes the lid off, the cloud of steam erupts with the rich aroma of cooked meat and vegetables. Can you grab us some bowls? I'm guessing they're in the shelves above. I nod and I get up, moving around the table to the shelf with all the bowls. I give the top a quick dust check, sticking it back in and taking the two under it. Olivia already has the ladle ready, stirring up the soup slowly. I set the bowls down next to her and she ladles in servings for us. Okay, moneybags, back to the couch. You want to eat at the table? I can't. What the... oh. The island table doesn't really have the space for a chair to fit underneath. Plus, I want to enjoy this with some quality entertainment. I figured we could watch something together on that big flat screen you got. She's gonna finally indoctrinate him into Gundam. I brought a hard drive with every series. We're gonna binge it. I want to hug that Gator romance game that scares the shit out of you. Unintentionally. That's okay, right? Sure. I carry both bowls back to the couch, seeing the entire living room has been cleaned up. Man, I really need to make this up to Olivia somehow. Just watching something doesn't feel like a fair deal at all. Not only cooking, but even cleaning up after. I'll find a way to properly repair. I sat down our dinner on the coffee table. Before Olivia can say a thing, I place both hands on the corner of the couch and push. I didn't think it'd be so hard, but then again, I'm still out of sorts. The space created, however, is enough for Olivia to work in front of the chair, work the front of the chair in. Olivia gives me an appreciative nod and angles her chair in a way to let her use her tail and the couch armrest to pivot herself into it. Thanks. I give Olivia a small nod and smile as I grab my spoon off the table. Leaning in closer to the bowl, the comforting aroma of the soup wafts up my stuffy nose. First time I'm getting goosebumps that aren't caused by cold flashes. I get a good spoonful of Olivia's homemade remedy, making sure it's to get some meat and veggies as well. Still piping hot, I blow it off a bit in the spoon and cool it down. Pussy. What? Hey, the last thing I needed with this fever is second-degree burns all over my tongue. Whatever you say. We can't all have tough alligator tongues, Olivia. Once I feel that it's sufficiently cool, I slurp up my first spoonful. My dry, tired eyes close in bliss as the flavors wash over my taste buds, firing them all off like fireworks. To describe it as just being good would be a severe understatement. The stock is rich and hearty. The meat is well cooked. It could easily fall off the bone if it came from. And the vegetables give it a nice aromatic touch. All of it well seasoned in spice. It's like I'm expecting that scene from Compituli. Like I'm experiencing that scene from Compituli. Okay, that's clearly a parody of something. Compy is like a dinosaur. Oh, it'll come to me, I'm sure. Sensing and seeing the different flavors move and dance around my mouth. A brief moment, I forget all about my fever and only felt warm presence of the soup envelop me like a cozy blanket. Is it good? Like a record scratch, I'm taken out of my experience and brought back to earth by the baryonyx's voice. I look to see Olivia giving me a questioning look, idly crunching and munching her soup. I also realize that I'm sunk into the couch, my arms into the side like a rag doll's. Coolly resting. Compy. Maybe. I don't know. He said he wasn't into anime though. I don't know. We're overthinking this as usual. Felt like my body was weighed down from both my sickness and the soup. I guess I got lost in the broth. Wow, Olivia, the soup is amazing. Olivia rolls her eyes at my enthusiastic compliment, but lets out a tiny smile. That's nothing. You just threw shit together in a pot and called it food. Anyone can do that. Olivia looks away, once again cutting herself short. With weak strength, I lift myself up from the couch's gravitational pull to better look at the shining scaly. I'm serious. This is the most delicious soup I've ever had. Olivia moves her head back closer to me, but avoids my gaze, her smile a little weaker. Alright, I get it. Don't make it sound better than it is. It's just helping out your flu. I'm not saying it because of the flu. Honestly, you have a real talent for cooking. Olivia turns towards me her smile still small but filled with honest joy. You really think so? I nod, even as the soothing warmth of Olivia's soup settles in and manages to return her meek smile with my own tired one. I know so. Her eyes dart around for anything else to focus on, desperately trying to redirect her fluster. She shakes her flush off her face and her cheeks and checks around for her bag. Well, I'll get going. Going? Thought you wanted to get caught up on your shows. Well, remote's right there. It's the least I can do to do after your help today. What were you wanting to watch? She eyes the remote and the oversized screen on our wall. A few things, nothing in particular. I remember you asking last month for some recommendations, so I've been thinking of a few you'd like, but if you're sick and all, I don't want to. Yeah, I'd love to see what you have. My parents probably won't be back to hog it for another few hours. If they come back tonight at all. So it's a pretty good time. You really sure? Sure, I'm sure. Show me all the deep cultural meanings of animated dinosaur folk cartoons. Alright, we're starting with Dinosaucers, and then we're gonna do Dino Riders, and then Extreme Dinosaurs, and then Cadillacs and Dinosaurs, and what else was there? Not Kung Fu Dino Posse, fuck that show. Oh my god, you're lucky you're sick right now. Dino babies. Sure, why not? Yep. Olivia takes her remote and flicks the TV on. After getting over the initial shock, the screen being taller than she is, she navigates to a streaming site and picks some colorful series I'd only seen in passing. It can be funny sometimes. Yeah, they had like one or two funny jokes. But, yeah. This one is a rough plot, but it gets better in a few episodes in, and the animation is top-notch. She flips the first episode on, and establishing fight scene unravels while Olivia moves back by the couch with me. Then to my surprise, she lifts herself out of her chair and onto the cushion next to me. I move my arm out of the way to make room. Oh, sorry, should have asked. Of course you're welcome to sit. I know, but thanks. Oh, what happened? You didn't post a link? We did get a top viewer asshole here. Hold on, let me take care of him. Did you, by the way, I didn't have Nico say hi at the beginning of the stream. Hold on, let me fix that. Did you maybe, not put a space after a period by accident? Because if you forget to put a space after a period, I think Twitch sees that as a link. It's stupid, I know, but that's kind of... Yeah, so I guess just be careful when you're typing. I'm sorry, Nico. I forgot to tell people you were here. It's okay. He's doing his best. We focus back on the show. Well, I do. Olivia's glancing my way after every joke and expensive shot to analyze my reaction. And when it's not for that, it's forewarning that something a bit cheesy was about to happen. Eventually, the first episode closes. The heroes are ready to begin their journey for real in the following one. The credits roll and Olivia swishes her tail aside with her fingertips. So, yeah, it's pretty good, I guess. I don't know, what did you think? I liked it, yeah. Really? Wah! What? Well, they got the whole season. Do you want to see more? Wait, did you say you wanted to catch up on... Wait, didn't you say you wanted to catch up on your shows? Is this the pilot episode? She fumbles the remote in her hand and has to catch it midair. Well, yeah. Just figured you should know what's all going on so you're not lost, you know? Jeez, Olivia. I do like a lot of the expressions the characters have in this. They're very good. They're very well designed. Very well designed characters. If you want to keep watching this, that's fun too. She quickly pushes the button to start the next episode without my response. Cute is all that runs through my mind as her attempts to cover for her small mistake. She's probably just refreshing her memory and... Wonder why I thought cute fit. Oh boy, here we go. It's happening. Well, it does. Hell, endearing every time she glances over as if she wouldn't enjoy the show. As if I wouldn't enjoy the show. Sure, Mom and Dad aren't in any rush back. Characters on screen freeze. Oh shoot, did the Wi-Fi go out again? Try to stand up, but brutishly heavy limbs anchor my lap back down. Olivia's tail feels like a boulder across my legs, keeping me from standing. Olivia? I paused it, Inko. Oh. There's a complicated expression on her face. Is it normal? Is what normal? She chews her lip closely in consideration. Your parents, like, are they not really going to be back? I shrug. They're always busy with work. I feel a shifting next to me. Olivia's inched herself closer. Oh boy. Nico, look away. Like, when I think about it, I barely see them at all. More shifting. I wonder sometimes. Tail shifts to my abdomen now. What? Does anyone even care? At the moment, all the movement has stopped, as if reality itself has paused. Man, I must be more tired than I thought. Feel my head sway as my muscles ease into putty. I'm sure they do. I look at Olivia, who's shoulder to shoulder with me now. I mean, Da's kind of the same. Olivia chews her lip as she considers her words. He's always busy too. The whole reason I live with my godparents is because Da has to travel for work. What is this music that's playing? It's weird. So he doesn't. I stop myself as I see the faint wetness in Olivia's eyes. Sorry. Her eyes close and a somber sigh escapes her lips. It's gonna be like Raiders of the Lost Ark, where it's getting kissed but then fall asleep. No, it's fine. I get it, Inko. There's a silence hanging over us now. I copy after the sweet girl next to me, letting my eyes slide close. Well, letting my eyes slide close and a sad breath loose. After some time, she breaks the silence with the soft and tender words. Of course your parents care. Just like Da, why else would they work so much? What about me? I winced at just how pathetic that sounded. It's for you, you doof.
How else can you afford all these nice things? Words grew quieter as the time goes on, and my body sinks into numbness again. Doc cares enough to work for my sake. Enough to talk my godparents into letting me live with them. They didn't have to, and yet I'm burdening them. My mind connects the dots. Mr. Halford talked Randy and Sophie into it. Mr. Halford talked Randy and Sophie into it? Which is why I have to be able to live on my own as soon as I can. Reading is murder on the throat. I don't know if you guys knew this. Because if they don't want me there anymore, that's it for me. I recall just how happy they were to have Olivia rejoin the party. They wouldn't, though. They love you like Damien and Vinny. She shakes the morose thoughts from her head and then looks at me with a serious moon-shaded eyes. Anyway, you should do the same for your parents and yourself. Oh, God. My world goes horizontal as I find my head atop the comfiest pillow I'd ever felt. I nod, and the nod becomes a nuzzle into the sad pillow. Above me, Olivia yelps. I try to turn and see what's wrong, but something falls atop my head and keeps it in place. Nothing. The soothing coolness sometimes rubs across my head, drawing me further and further into restful peace. Along with a gentle caress, a deep vibrato emanates from somewhere resonating in my tired mind. Okay. With the lulling touch and a tone of my eyelids growing heavy. By the time I wake up, Olivia's gone. I check my phone for the time, only to realize it's 4 in the morning. I can't help but groan as I sit up on the couch, but instead of feeling horrible like I had in the past few days, I felt surprisingly well. There's no doubt that I have Olivia to thank. Hell, I might even be able to get to school today. Wonder if any of that soup is still left. She probably left it in the fridge, right? I shuffle over to the appliance and open up the door, allowing my eyes to adjust to the light. It only takes a second for me to spot a Tupperware filled with the delicious meal. Nice. I'll have to ask her for the recipe sometime. Thanks to Olivia's advice in cooking, I finally made my recovery and returned to school. And I'm glad to be back. I feel like I'd missed so much while I was gone. So much I needed to catch up on. I mean, I did manage to finish all the assignments that Bennett sent to me, but I feel out of the loop with other things. Like gossip about me. Damien tried to give me the rundown of all during PE. I'm still in shock over how bad some of them got. Up to cartel drug running and FBI's most wanted. I don't think that's even possible in just a week. The end of class bell rings throughout the school, signaling the start of lunch. As everyone in class is packing up their things, Mr. Iedakin speaks up. Alright everyone, make sure you complete the assignment by next class. You all have a wonderful rest of the day now. Oh, and Inko? I stop at the mention of my name as I throw on my backpack. Could you wait a moment? I have something I wish to speak to you about. Yes, of course. Olivia looks back from the classroom entrance, waiting for me. Don't wait up on me. I'll meet you at the table with the others. With a shrug and a nod, Olivia wheels herself out the door and down the hall. Everyone else leaves the classroom until it's just Iedakin and I. Please have a seat. I take the seat closest to Iedakin's desk, pulling my backpack down as well. Iedakin himself gets out from his chair and walks around the desk leaning against it. So, I'll be quick about it. I got a job that needs doing. Up. You missed an assignment and need makeup work, and I need some extra help with something. Something I think you'll be very interested in. Some good friends of mine are getting married in a few days, and they'd like to hire me to be their photographer. And given the extent learning and the excellent learning experience, cough, child labor, cough. I thought of you. Me? Yes, if you want to, of course. I could always call in some associates to help, but I thought adding in some extra credit would sweeten the deal. What would we be doing? There's a broad smile on his face and a distant look in his eyes. Well, you'd be my apprentice in this case. You'd not only be helping me set up more elaborate photos, you'll also be doing a lot of independent shots. You mean I'll be taking my own pictures? Yep. In fact, you'll be using the SLRs and lenses for this, so keep all the shots uniform. The idea of finally getting to use something like Mr. Yadakin's $1,000 cavern makes my head swim. So what do you say, interested? It certainly seems like a hefty task, even if Iyadakin would be there to help us. Then again, Iyadakin would be offering the job if he didn't think I was capable of doing it. It'd be technically my first official photography gig. And a wedding shot to boot. It sounds so daunting yet enticing. I would love to. Alright, sounds like a done deal. After school today, we can talk about it more later. For now, you should get going to lunch. Thank you, Mr. Iyadakin. I give the teacher a nod and grab my backpack. Just as I head out the door, my curiosity gets the better of me. So who's the lucky couple, if you don't mind me asking? The school nurse, actually. The husband-to-be is also a good friend of mine. Huh, neato. I make a mental note to give my well wishes to the nurse if I see her before the wedding. With that, I wave Miss Iyadakin goodbye and head down the hallway. Wait. Friday, but I was going to practice painting then. Oh. I already agreed to go, even if I didn't. It's real photography. It's not even a question of which I should go to, but geez. It's like the universe is conspiring against me to never stop drawing stick figures. I finally meet up with Olivia, who's waiting near the entrance to the cafeteria. The grassy green girl is leaning over in a sour pouch, scrunching her maw closed as she eyes the passerbys. When she notices I've moved into her airspace, she perks up immediately. Dude, I was just sick. I've been missing a lot of things. Let me think first. He seems okay now. Thinking the transformation is surreal, I chew on my cheek and keep from laughing as I watch her muscular tail wag happily. Finally, took you long enough. Yeah, sorry, that took so long. You didn't have to wait for me, by the way. I can manage waiting if it means eating with you. I can feel a smile tugging my lips just from hearing Olivia say that. Mind if I push her chair in? Using me as a battering ram through the crowd now, huh? Yeah, something like that. Alright, but only because you asked. But give me your backpack. I'll use it as a shield. When I grab the handles, Olivia moves her tail up to grab my wrist, like in the arcade. Alright, charge! Yes, ma'am. Oh, jeez. Damn, dude. I start marching through the crowd of unruly, famished teens clamoring for their daily meal. Olivia turned her head to me to say something. So what happened to Iyadakin? You in trouble or something? Oh no, Iyadakin just had a proposition for some extra credit. Really? What is it? He wants me to join him at a wedding and help him out with the photo shoot. Says he thinks it'll be a good learning experience. Oh, it sounds pretty interesting. Did you take it? Yep, it'll be a good way to hone on what I know. Plus that extra credit can help me make up for the time I was sick. I mean, when you nearly overdosed on the cough syrup cocktail you made? Yeah, that. Wait. Huh? What? I didn't say anything. Crowd's too loud over here.
The Baronix chuckles to herself. I'm left rolling my eyes, letting her claim victory in this exchange. By the time we've got our lunch, it's a simple matter of locating Damien and Liz by the telephone pole neck. For whatever reason, they're at a more sequestered table today, and when we arrive, it's pretty obvious why. Oh no! Oh no! Oh yeah, this is also. Sorry, I have to mute the audio. This is the music that gets claimed. Took you too long enough. Yeah. I expected more from Olivia. Something more graphic. Instead, Olivia rolls herself the rest of the way, taking her designated spot at the head of the table. I take the spot adjacent to her while keeping a wary eye on the pink pair. Oh! Hey! Hey, Vidalia! Sorry, the stream is muted because the music at this part gets claimed. Sorry. Anyway, let me have Nico give you a shout out. Let me take care of this real quick. I'll explain what we're doing here in a minute. Hello, Twitch? Don't do this to me, please. Twitch? Hold on. Twitch is doing stupid things. Oh, God. Why does everything not work properly? Boy, you came in at you came in to raid at a hell of a time, huh? Okay, hold on. Let me do this maybe. Will this work? There. Yeah. I'm one of those people that just technology just erupts when I'm at trying to do something important. There it is. Give her a shout out, Nico. Thank you. What were you playing tonight? Oh, Claire Obscura, right? That game everyone really likes. I'm playing alligator game with dinosaurs. So this game is I Wani Hug That Gator. This is a game where this mannequin man here hooks up with an alligator girl. So you're confused and curious, so am I. This was originally supposed to be my annual Valentine's Day dating sim that I did for the past couple of years. It turns out this game has like a 12-hour long plot, and I wasn't aware of that. And we're kind of invested now, so we're going into maximum overtime here. Yeah. Anyway. I take the spot adjacent to her, all while keeping a wary eye on the pink Parasophilus. Seems like Mia's rage again. Okay, just so for context, this is the bully girl, and she's hanging out with our friends for some reason. Seems like Mia's rage against me has simmered down over time, but the air of uncertainty and uneasiness still wavers around her. I bet the best I can do is act friendly, quote unquote. Hey, Mia, something you need? Got a cool leather jacket, of course. Yeah, definitely. Oh, you weren't here last stream during the bullying scene. Oof. Need? Nah, just here to catch up with my good pal here. While the red-scaled menace turns around towards Olivia, her own eyes remain locked on her soggy chicken she's eating mechanically. Thought you were asking Liz for her homework, though. That too. All right, here, guys. A pair of soda cans are rolled down the table, and I thank Raptor Christ
that I'm able to catch it before both of them ram my tray of questionable lunch meat. Do you guys... you guys were talking for a while, so I grabbed the drinks today. No, you didn't. Mia gave those to you. Well, she did because I thought about doing it. Raptor Christ, now I've heard everything. Yeah, that is a running gag in this Raptor Jesus, which I believe is an internet meme or an old one. She's trying to bribe you for the math answers, so I helped you with earlier. Lizzie, I can't believe you would imply something like that about me. But it's true. Hey, free soda's free soda, man. Damien is such a simple boy. It is hilarious. At any rate, the real reason I'm here is... Say, Olivia, you leave your phone at home or something? People are trying to contact you all day. Oh. Olivia pulls her phone out of her jacket pocket. I catch a glimpse of her wallpaper, a comical portrait of Guts that she has probably doodled. Guts is Olivia's pet rat. By the way, I do want to say that this game has a better plot than it absolutely deserves to have, which is why we're still playing it. Yeah, I ran out of service for a month. What the hell? You don't got a proper monthly plan? Yeah, that's why we've been playing it for so long. It's like genuinely well written for a game that seems like it's supposed to be a shitpost. I got more important things to do than this, you know. They want to see Olivia so bad. Why don't you and not... Why send you and not just show up themselves? Shut it. Who's so important for all this anyway? What do you think, Ben? Ben wants to talk to Olivia? Why does he want to talk to Olivia? I don't like that. I don't like that. Is this 20 freaking questions? How the hell should I know? What's really going on between my boyfriend and Hot Wheels here? All that matters to me is if Livia's here is gonna fix it or not. I'll think about it. Ugh, whatever. Go away so I can unmute the stream, please. Who's Hot Wheels in this case? That's Olivia's nickname. You can't really see it, but she's in a wheelchair. And Hot Wheels was a name that they gave her at the arcade because she was good at fighting games. But this one here keeps using it derogatorily towards her. I'm out of here. Smell you later, Gator. Okay, thank God. I can unmute the stream. Yeah, so I found out the hard way that Mia's theme, which is like a rock theme, it gets claimed on YouTube. So every time she shows up, I have to mute. Another reason to hate her. Mia storms off, leaving Olivia looking very sour. Things alright with Ben? Olivia rests her arms on the table and slumps her head in. I don't want to talk about it. Where'd her bright mood go from before go? Well, anyways, Damon, you really shouldn't condone cheating, even with something as simple as math homework. But you helped me out with it. That's different. I helped you with it, and I think you're getting something out of it. Like the answers. What I mean is, in comparison, Mia's just trying to be lazy, and she's only cheating herself. You didn't grow. You didn't learn. You took the easy way out. What's the issue, then? What's the issue? Yeah, I got free soda. Someone you hate tricks herself into saying stupid, and everyone thinks they win. It's great. You scare me. He's not wrong, actually. Hold on, let me go back and read that. Free soda. Someone you hate tricks herself into staying stupid. Everyone thinks they win. And everyone wins.
Yeah, he's right. He's weirdly right. Guess I'll have to ask Ben what's going on if I see him later. In the meantime, Olivia's disposition only keeps getting more and more dour. I try to think of something to help her cheer up, but I keep coming up with dead ends on just what could work here. Have you listened to Robert Tepper? There's no easy way out. Nope. Gotta be something. I can't just leave her in such a sour mood. Oh, how about that? Oh.
I am that jerk.
Thank you for the follow, Power Winner. Thank you. Also, check out the YouTube channel. Trying to get more subs over there, and that's where I upload all my streams. Hey, so what's the deal with your phone background? Oh, you noticed it? She flips the phone on and shows me her background. Oh, it's a little doodle of guts. Yeah, I drew it up the other day. Got the curves just right first try, so it's pretty cool. I'd also like to point out, as I said earlier, that we played this originally for Valentine's Day, and then it just kind of blew up. I don't normally play games like this. I'm a variety streamer. I play all different kinds of things. Just to put things into perspective, I just came off of a play of Earthbound. So we just beat Earthbound before coming to this. So it's quite a contrast. Although both games have dinosaurs, so I guess something connects it. I bet. Is he with you today? Nah, I left him home. Often you bring him? Yeah, not often. Maybe once or twice a semester, and even then it's just when I'm bored. Although once he was just in my hoodie when I left for school. Unexpected. It was. Here, I got some pics saved. The screen displays a small creature sat atop the desk with a skinny tail clutched to his chest tightly. I don't know why, but he holds his tail like that all the time. I feel Damien and Liz hovering behind me, their eyes locked into the adorably fat creature on screen. I don't know who coos probably Liz, but Olivia rolls her eyes and swipes the next picture of the cute pet now in a transparent ball looking confused. For the remaining minutes of lunch, we just sit huddled over Olivia's phone and trance by her sweet little rat as it did the most mundane things. Yet Guts' method of doing them was way too undeniably cute, and that's what really got us and made time fly faster than we could even notice. My God, I've been reading for too long. Yeah, he for a guy with no face, he definitely has some good expressions. Again, there's a lot of good character design work in this game. Okay. Ding dong, bing bong. I blink a couple times and stretch my arms and legs as I get up from my desk. Miss Prockling really knows how to make 40 minutes feel like 80. Well, at least the times to practice painting for real. Wait, no, Ian Doc roped me into the photo shoot. I can't practice painting. I can't get good at anything. Why is it every time I try to actually improve, something like this happens? I know, bro. Relatable. This rail never get good enough to get a real following. I haven't gotten to actually have a whole afternoon to practice at all. Still, there's no way in hell I'm missing this. I ended up meeting with Ben and Ian Doc right as he was locking his classroom. While our teachers made the assignment, internship, apprenticeship, while he had made all it sound simple, I was still subject to some paperwork. Something about liability waiver or something. You know, in case something happens to us, like a surprise attack of 5 teenagers in multicolored spandex. Wonder if that happens often. We still filled the form out as the instructor gave us an overview of just what exactly Ben and I would be doing. There's a few structures out here, save for one at the edge of the cliff. Ben's first one out of the cramped car with an armful of telescopic stands. I follow his example, unloading the vehicle. And this is Ben, or as I like to call him, Dinosaur Scott the Woz. Because I can't unsee that. Alright, you two, remember what you're doing tonight? You remember what you're doing tonight? Yes, sir. After we set up the photo station in the corner of the hall, we'll be taking turns walking the reception, taking pictures of the guests. There are dinos in this game. I know, right? There are many dinos in this game. Perfect. I'll be with the wedding party the entire time. So if you need me, just look for the gaggle of similarly dressed women screeching and you'll find me. Oh, you womanizer. He grins as he helps carry the last of the latest equipment from the trunk. Remember, this is actual work, so be polite, be efficient, and most importantly... Ben and I sit up straight at attention, ready for any order our teacher will give us. Have fun! But, trust me, the clients will appreciate it more. Finally finished with the unloading, I inhale a mix of aroma of ocean and flowers. While I find the scent energizing, Ben seems to have an exact opposite reaction. His brows pinch together in disgust as he tries futilely to fan away the air with one hand while covering his nose with the other. Ugh, I think I'm going to be sick on this neck. I think I'm going to be the sick one next with this weather. At least the view's good. Great. That, it is, yeah. Mr. Yadakin leads us through a small garden out in front of the reception hall. Its spacious wedding tent adorned with all sorts of flora and high-end lighting keeping the place warm and lit. Okay, you guys know how to set up here. I'm gonna go get to business. Yes, sir. He leaves us stepping into an ongoing ceremony of primed camera and with a primed camera and tripod. Ben and I exchange a single glance before we both reassign ourselves to the daunting task. First on the list is a telescopic stand for why I hope people watching love camera work or photography, because it seems like that's what we're going to be in for. For the first on the list is the telescopic stands for the cameras. From experience, it doesn't take us too long to get those in place. Next are the reflectors and strobe lights, all packed in heavy cases that have to be hauled inside. By my third case, I'm already exhausted. Shoot, I thought gym class would have been prepare me for this. Bzz. My phone buzzes. Might as well take a breather. I open up the notification. I discover it's from Olivia. Hey, Shades. Hi, Olivia. You got service back? Oh, I lied about that. That kind of looks like him, doesn't it? So you leave with the Adakan after school. What's up with that? Helping him with a wedding photo shoot. You? At a wedding? The Adakan give you a better jacket for that? Oh, do not insult the man's jacket. My jacket is cool enough. He's very insecure about his jacket, just FYI. So where at? Teach said it was some place called Clarkson Lookout on the way over. Wait, really? Place is a bunch of scenic views. If you see any good landscape shots, take one for me. Sure, if I get the time. No, do it now. She's serious, as you can see. Oh, I can. I thought that was just kind of zooming in on the. You can actually. Oh wow. Notice he has the pinky up. That's good etiquette. This afternoon over their jacket. It's not that ugly or bad. I don't know, man. He really loves that jacket. Cute and threatening message received. Geez, well, this is a good spot as any. Sun's starting to set, so it does make for some pretty nice atmosphere. Maybe Olivia wants to paint another landscape. I think another choice is coming up. In the distance, I see a few sailboats and yachts. Further beyond a freighter or two, the seas sure are crowded these days. I take a picture and send it over to Olivia. Thanks. I can't picture thanking me like that in reality. The thought alone of her doing something in a sweet manner. Eiko, this thing weighs like 80 pounds. I'm not doing all the work. Oh, right. I let my camera hang loose around my neck while assisting Ben with set up the last of the standing reflectors. Setting up meant not only the cameras, but a large chunk of the incomplete decor prep. Which meant carrying out loads and loads of heavy cases, loaded with strobes, reflectors, cloth sheets, and so many telescoping pole stands. Following his instructions, Ben had set up a small red carpet path leading to a glamour shot station. And meanwhile, I was finishing making sure the marked out spots with the room had the right combinations of flash strobe and or reflector. By the time our teacher had come back, I just placed the final light in position. As the guests start walking down Ben's handmade path, a skirt I skirt along the edge with my burrowed high-end camera. Oh boy. The DSLR clicks are muted compared to the chattering guests, and while I think I managed to catch some decent shots, I'm just not really feeling it today. Is something wrong with me? And Viola. Ben was having such an easier time working with the makeshift studio we built in the corner. Couples would simply walk up and stand before the backdrop of the massive window to the cliffside and ocean. Ben had a brilliant idea, not only set up Iadokin's loaned camera, but also his own, so he'd captured the couples from two angles at once. He looked happy with each and every shot he took, and the people always chatted him up right after. And here I am doing my best not to scowl as I look over the blurry shot I had messed up. Blurry because my hands are shaking. I guess I'm Whoa. I hadn't noticed till now that my main message app had been going off. So is it going well? Hardly. I think Ben's turning into a competition. Are you winning? No, not really. Beat him for me. That wasn't a real message. I try to ignore my phone for now. I don't think anything will calm my nerves at this point. The feeling of anxiety only grows as time marches on. I can't seem to get any one picture just right, and Ben zooming around as efficiently as he can isn't helping. Well, that's not all. Libby's messages are just throwing me off. Just break his flashing stick thing. Then his pics will be super dark. How out of date is Olivia? We think we still use flash pans. Or lock him in the bathroom or something. I don't think that's sportsmanlike or legal. Oh, I just remembered. I need another pic. Can you try shoving him into the wedding cake and taking a picture of him smashed in the floor? I need it for, Muse. That. Do it for me. Come on, that's just violent. Just barely within my peripheral vision, I spot a perfect shot of an older couple. The parents of the groom, I believe. There, that's a good chance. I bring the borrowed camera up, look through the viewfinder, and see that's the parents have already moved away into another group. The camera slips from my grip, but luckily the neck strap holds it safely against my chest. Okay, I need a break. I find an appropriate place to sneak outside and go around the building, slumping down against the brick siding. It's really twilight now. The ocean's reflection of the sun is getting very close to meeting the real thing. What? She saw a wedding crasher? I guess. My phone buzzes once more, and something in me jumps. It's not fear, though. I just wish I knew what it was. Olivia sends a video of Guts running around a maze she put together using cardboard and school supplies. When he comes out the other end, she gives him a grape to bite into her palm. I was never really fond of rodents, but seeing Olivia's videos little doodles really starting to sway on me. There's something about seeing Olivia having such a strong bond with Guts and caring for him that warms my heart. It's hard to believe that this is the same girl that used to give me nothing but icy stares when I first met her. I'm glad she feels comfortable enough with me to let her defenses down and be herself. I continued snapping photos. My trek around the hall to find good photo ops leads me to the stage where the DJ once was. Shame that I didn't get any good shots of him while he was here. Maybe Ben got some decent pictures. Looking through the camera lens, I can see that there is a gentleman sitting in the steps that lead up to the stage finishing off a cigarette. Then someone over on the steps taking a deep drag of a cigarette and blowing smoke up toward the window. Truly iconic display of suavity. Before I know it, I had taken several shots. He seemed like he wants to be left alone, but he didn't mind, right? Hey, kid. A new character. At least get my good side, will you? Oh. I stepped closer, readjusting my camera settings and scrambled for an explanation. Sorry about that, I was unaware if you wanted the attention. It's alright, people say I got a kind of resting bitch face. It's more like I'm gonna chew your guts out type of face. Turned out to be Spike Spiegel smoking. Oh man. Feels less American Pie, Porky, or Wedding Crash, and more Fast Times at Richmond High, Real Genius, or Breakfast. Yeah, that seems to be about right. Though I can't lie, I'm pretty exhausted, kid. Especially after I had to carry a few masseuses down the aisle all the way to... Wow. Especially after I had to carry the new Mrs. down the aisle all the way to the car. So this is the groom. So you're gonna take a photo or what? Alright, sorry. As I raise my camera, the groom takes a thinker-esque pose, taking a drag from his cigarette. After a few clicks and a couple of slight adjustments to my position, I believe I got some pretty good shots there. There we are. The groom blows out a plume of smoke from his mouth before leaning over to see the captures. Smells like a Vegas hotel. I give the groom time to look at each photo thoroughly before moving to the next one. He's a pretty good kid. Managed to make this mug of mine look halfway decent. Yeah, dance for 24 hours. And someone played Nickelback for the 50th time, man. Lets out a scratchy chuckle as he takes another puff of his cigarette before snuffing what little was left onto the floor. Thanks. Say, if you don't mind me asking, what are you doing all the way over here? It's a big day. It's your big day, isn't it? Oh, that's him. God damn it. It's your big day, isn't it? As Groom lets out another plume, he already began to dig up another cigarette. Lighting the new cig casually, he begins to inhale it. Could be Alti in Vegas, yeah. And I keep inhaling it. He holds up a finger as he continues inhaling until the cigarette is finished. He finally exhales a stream of lung cancer slowly over the course of 30 seconds. Sir? Of course it is. Just having a little rest is all. I mean, this has been the happiest day of my life, but it's tiring as hell. As all hell. The missus is certainly having fun, and yet a few hours when we're in our new, no longer bachelor pad, I'll be listening to her as she moans about how sore she is. The groom lets out another plume of smoke, this time through his nostrils. But hey, if that's the price I gotta pay, holy matrimony and all that jazz. Definitely feels like the groom is laying it on a bit thick with Bick to who is essentially a stranger to him. And yet, I can understand what he means. You know, I've been going around the whole reception you've been going around the whole reception snapping photos. Why don't you take a break, too? He motions his hands to a nearby stage as an available seat. I settle myself on the stage as the groom then fiddles with a small packet. Looking closer, it's a still sealed pack of cigarettes. Trent told me a bit about you, you know. Who? Your camera teacher, or whatever he's called in your school. Says you're a good kid and all, though a bit clueless. Hey. Groom lets out another guffaw as he cracks open the pack of cigs and plucks out a fresh cancer thing. My God, this guy smokes like a chimney. His words, not mine. How do you know him? We've known each other for ages. He's actually helped me meet the missus. Funny how that works out. Well, Mr. Iyadakun was your wingman. Yeah, he always hated how I told him that. I'd give him a lift to some field trip he has to chaperone. I don't know why he couldn't have taken the school bus. But as soon as I got there, I met the rest of his co-workers, including my would-be wife. Petro Prick tricked me into also chaperoning too. Otero Prick. Prick tricked me into also chaperoning too. Says I can use the time to get to know her better. Geez, maybe I should be asking him. Well, no, I can't. Can't what? Nothing important. Have a teacher tell you how to court a lady friend? Have a teacher teach you how to court a lady friend, right? Hey, no. Another one of his students, your classmate, yeah? Not like that. Ah, come on, I know you want to talk about girls. At this rate, the groom will die of heart attack at the first... I know. Or lung cancer. Or something's gonna get him. That's always fun. Humor me a bit. She's just a good friend. Words taste bitter on my tongue for some reason. Sure, kid. Sure. Got a few more minutes of quiet while Bridezilla is in a maids of murder fight over that bouquet. I quickly glance over to see a woman twice my age wielding a folding chair like it was a battle axe. Trent can't help you there, but I can. I don't know if advice from this guy is gonna be good. Also, my God, those eyebrows. Look at that. This good friend of yours, what's she like? Well, it's a bit of a complicated history. Oh? I mean, when I first... excuse me. I think when we finish this wedding ceremony, or wedding party, I think we're going to probably wrap things up. I wanted to get as much time in as possible, because like I said, there's a lot of story still left. I mean, when I first met her, she was very cynical and sarcastic. Well, she's still sarcastic, but in a lighthearted way. Even with her friends, she was a little distant. But then she's
But when she's painting or gushing about some franchise or obscure anime, there's this unashamed excitement and passion in it. I haven't met anyone with that kind of energy before. Once you get to know her, she's just nice under it all. That everything? Well, yeah. I think she drew me carrying her once. Well, shoot. He slides the ring off his finger and holds it up to me. You want this? Sounds like you need it more than me. Kidding, I'm kidding. But thanks, sounds pretty cut and dry to me. Never had a crush before? Not on anyone I know personally. Your folks together? Yeah. They love each other too, right? Yeah? Yeah, I guess they do. You guess? It's complicated. They're around so little, I don't even know what their love looks like, how they interact. If they even love each other at all. She wanted to draw me naked, but no one wants that. I ain't DiCaprio. They never told me their story or why they're together. Anything would prepare me for the future. For the future was outsourced. As far back as I remember, no one, wherever my parents weren't around, there was a screen nearby, and they weren't around often. I've always had that little electronic friend in my pocket telling me how great I was at everything. Been my only help to get through life. All the best ways to have a best friendship, hobbies, romance. It feels worthless now. I'm not prepared. I don't even know what this is love. Guy seems to think so though. He'll help me out. I see him putting some words together now. Let me give you a little anecdote, kid. The groom finally lights a cigarette through his time. He shows to puff on it. See my beautiful bride over there? She looks like Dr. Girlfriend from the Venture Brothers. Oh, please tell me she has speaking lines. Motions with a dull ember of smoke to where the bridesmaids were still violently wrestling and the bride acted as reference. Even if I had never met and this was happenstance meeting, I'd see her over there. And I just know I love her. Yeah? Yep. Okay, maybe this guy's not as bad as we thought he was gonna be. Is that it? Yeah. Are you trying to give me a little push to convince me that I like this girl? You're the one who's wanted advice. There it is. Oh yeah, I think it's a Venture Brother. Oh my god! It is the Venture. Holy, that was Dr. Girlfriend. He's the Monarch. What the fuck? I was like, what? His eyebrows were. I was like, he looks weird to me for some reason. Oh my god. What the fuck? Oh. Shit, if I had known, I would have given him the Monarch's voice. I know. Someone's a fan. Apparently, yeah. I was like, oh, she looks like Dr. Girlfriend. I was like, oh, wait a minute. I don't remember the Monarch smoking like a freaking freight train, though. Thought it was going to be a bit more about love. Alright, should I just change the voice? I'm going to change the voice. Why the hell would I give a speech about love? I know what it is. You know what it is. There's no groundbreaking advice that'd make everything make sense. And you need me to convince you. You're just looking for reasons to not believe that what's right in front of you. Now funny, okay. Sorry, he just came off as like a generic, like, wise guy to me. Oh.
Break's over. Gotta run. Man gets up, dusting off his pants and flicking the cigarette butt into... You know what? They should have made him like a flying dinosaur so he'd have wings. That would complete the visual. Man gets up, dusting off his pants and flicking the cigarette butt into the trash. Hey, take some great pictures for me, will you? No more moping. You're on the clock. I have to go tend to my henchman. He jogs into the crowd to meet up with his bride. Oh my god, I'm exhausted. My phone buzzes in my pocket. What timing? Reach into my pocket and pull my phone out, squinting at the screen. Notification from our group chat. Shoot, do I have time to be on my phone right now? Maybe I can talk to Damien about this. He knows Olivia for a while. Ben and Olivia used to be friends too, right? Would it be able to help? I know something's going on with Ben, and I don't like it. I should probably focus on what I'm doing here. What I'm here to do. Besides, I don't want to let the groom down. This is Olivia we're talking about. I don't want to do anything without knowing as much as I can. Oh, choice. I think this one matters. Hold on. Okay, choice 15. The correct choice is I need to focus on finishing taking these photos. Okay. Again, it doesn't seem like an obvious choice to me, but if that's what we gotta do. Where's my things? Okay. Okay. Focus on finish taking the photos. Can't afford to slack off right now. Besides, I made a promise to the groom, and I don't want to let him down. I should be a document for that matter. I silence my phone and slide it into my jacket pocket, pushing off the wall and taking my hold of my camera. Where should I even start? I think I have a few ideas. With the groom's words still ringing in my ear, I find a second wind of sorts. I can't really understand it. I feel like I'm already picking out prime shots from just scanning over the hall. While Ben has continued his more autonomous rapid-fire approach with the staccato stick clicking of the snapshots, I've been singling out couples in their own moments, just scattered throughout. I think some of them have noticed, seeming to maneuver themselves out of the plesiosaur's view. Young man, over here! An elderly dino catches my attention, waving me to her table where she and her family are sitting. We need a good Christmas card photo, if you would be so kind. Of course, ma'am. A large group moved to one side of the table for me, smiling sincerely at my lens. The first shot seems perfect, but for their sake, I make sure to take a couple extras. Thank you. You know how long these will take to develop? The photos should be developed fairly quickly. We'll be sure everyone gets these before the end of the month. They smile and nod, letting me return to. Don't forget us. Yeah, me and my wife. My next client's pulling me aside to take shots of them in a secluded corner. And after that, some of the bridesmaids have grabbed me to take shots for them. It isn't long before even some of the servers are wanting pictures of themselves posing in front of the decorations. Somehow I'm able to squeeze my way out of the mayhem and make my way toward the back of the venue in order to get some much needed fresh air. Shortly after, I notice Ben doing the same thing, though he manages to do so far more gracefully by talking his way out of whatever requests the wedding goers have for him. Makes me wish I was better at communicating and asserting myself in these kinds of situations. Ben takes notice of me and approaches at a very casual pace with no one else seemingly taking notice of him. Taking a breather? I just gave Ben a nod of my head, causing him to smile and adjust his glasses with his index finger. Well, the wedding's almost finished, so the worst of the workload's behind us. That was a good... Ben checks his phone. 8 hours? Jeez. Man, yeah, my legs are starting to hurt. You're telling me. You don't even have a tail, so how do you think I feel? How do you think I feel? We sigh together. It's the first bit of silence we've had in a while. Across the room, the bride slumps into a chair, trying to kick her heels off. The groom sees me and shrugs a bit, smirking. How are you feeling about the pictures you've taken? I think I'm pretty confident in mine. Once you have the right equipment, it's just a matter of socializing right and getting the right shots for these sorts of events. I'm satisfied. You? Honestly, I'm not sure. I'm taking all these pictures right, but it's like... something's missing. Missing? You make it sound like a grand art thing. I know. Back across the room, the bride motions to her new husband. It looks like it's time for time of night to carry her out of his arms like in all the movies. You're probably not expecting those sick moves, but those slick moves to position her on his back like a child. He laughs to himself while he pouts loudly and holds onto his hair to keep balance. There they go. Dinosaur Monarch and Dinosaur Doctor Girlfriend. Looks like looks juvenile, honestly, as the bride taps the exhausted groom's head with balled up fist, but he's laughing. Laugh so infectious that her pout is replaced with delighted giggles of her own when he finally catches her hand and in his and just holds it. Once again, they're talking, and the bride is melting into putty as his quiet words. For how mental it is, and how crude that guy was earlier, and understanding and genuine playfulness between them. Yeah, I guess. I mean, they seem happy. Oh my God! Look at the tip of his tail. Christ, all the signs were there, man. We didn't. It was not obvious to me immediately. Without a thought, I'm already looking through the viewfinder and making the focusing adjustments for the perfect shot. The shot is cheesy but sincere. They both look beyond exhausted, their clothes showing the wear and tear of the night, and their body language screaming their need for sleep. And also the smiles they have as they try to look at each other in the awkward positions speak metric volumes of just how happy they are after all. Why do you do what? Huh? Do what? You took a picture just now. Did I? When did my finger get placed over the shutter button? I guess I did. I checked the new entry on the camera roll. Careful, that's an easy way to waste a lot of memory. Should probably just delete it. Delete it, huh? I think it'll be fine. Actually, I got a good feeling about it. Seemed pretty natural, you know? Ben rolls his eyes. You say so. Before the parasaur turns to go back to his assembly line photo taking, I grab his shoulder. By the way, Ben. Mia stopped by our lunch table earlier today to complain to Olivia. Oh boy. Said you were trying to call her, but was upset she wasn't picking up. I don't want to pry into your personal business, but are you two on bad terms? Huh? What are you talking about? What? I haven't spoken to Olivia in ages. Huh? Thought you were above gossip, Inko. Sorry, Alright, you boys, ready to pack up? Pretty long night, huh? Our teacher looks haggard as he steps up to us. His wings are dragging on the floor, and he's propping himself up with one of the nightstands we brought, well, the light stands we brought. Despite his exhaustion, he's grinning wildly. You two enjoy your first work experience? Oh, absolutely, Mr. Iedakin. I managed to load up both the memory cards you gave me, and I even managed to try out the different kinds of lenses you had brought. Ben is starting to resemble a comic book artist friend of mine. Oh, really? I still say he looks like Scott the Woz. Good to hear, Ben. What about you, Inko? Well, if I'm being honest with you, it took a while for me, Mr. Iedakin. Well, I suppose it's tough order to start with. So many things to account for, and... no, I meant that I didn't think I really got many good shots till the end, Mr. Iedakin. I didn't even finish the first card you given me. I see. Well, when we go through these next week, I'm sure they'll be fine.
Oh, definitely.
There he is. The groom saunters up with a huge grin on his face, slinging an arm around our teacher's shoulders.
I can't wait to see these.
Iedakin straightens up and shrugs the arm off, turning to the newly married man. You'll see them when you see them. My team still needs to go through all the pictures and weed out the chaff.
Ah, come on, T. Can't you give your buddy a preview or something?
Iedakin sighs a bit. Hey, it's your special day. Ben, can you fetch the laptop and card reader?
Yes, sir.
Inko, while he's doing that, can you start packing up everything into the trunk? Sure thing, Mr. Iedakin. Before I turn to start, the tired tarot. God, that throws me off so bad. The P is silent. Takes the camera from me. We can sit at the table.
We can sit at the table over there.
The two older men head off, leaving Ben and I to get started on packing up everything. My voice is starting to go. We need to stop soon. Hurry up and get to a stopping point, my God. While Ben and I were busy dismantling the multitude of standing flashes and lamps, the bride and groom and Mr. Iedakin sit at the cleaned-up table with the laptop before them. I can't really make out what they're saying, but I think I can kind of tell based on the way the three switch between quietly focused and laughing loudly. By the time the back of the car is loaded up, the last of the wedding party has departed. Nothing left to do but Ben and I linger a bit behind the group.
Yeah, these came out pretty dang great. Thanks again for... Hello, what's this?
The laptop displays the last picture I took, somewhat unintentionally. He scans the photo with a critical eye. Nods and chuckles with approval.
Okay, kid, good job. Be sure to print this one out for me, Trent. I'm gonna put it in my wallet.
Sure. Despite how lackluster his compliment is, I can't help but feel proud of my work. It's been a while since I've felt like this. Either way, it's not long before we climb into the car and begin our journey back to the school. I settle into the rhythmic motions of the car as it glides along the road. The cityscape of Volcadera bluffs pass by, and I can't help but admire it. The moves quickly kill, however, as Ben calls a certain red-scaled girl. The saccharine, lovey-dovey talk makes my heart hurt, and I can guess by his expression that Iedakin feels the same way. He changes the subject by asking if my parents can pick me up. Looks like I'll be taking the late-night metro home. Still, I had fun today. I bring out my own phone, noticing the half-dozen messages Olivia had sent while I was busy. Oh God, just remember you need another pick. Can you try shoving him into the... Do it for me. Are you winning yet? Okay. Guts bet me some sunflower seeds that Ben would win. Well, there were more messages. That one in particular had me thinking. I mean, it wasn't a competition to begin with, but There's also the fact that the groom hadn't complimented any of Ben's shots, so... Collect your winnings, Olivia. Oh, boy. Good job, Agent. This is a reward for your hard work. Reward, huh? What kind of... Oh my. Would she really? He knows that I'm with Ben and Iadokin. The interior of the car feels a few degrees warmer if I wait... Oh, no. Nico, you okay? You're breathing pretty hard. Fine, perfectly fine. Just, car sick. I make sure that it's absolutely no way anyone except me can view my screen. As an extra protection, I dim the brightness of it to the point that only I'd be able to see the thing in the darkness of the car. Just a moment. As extra protection, I dim the brightness of it to the point that only I'll be able to see the thing in the darkness of the car. Finally, Olivia's text comes through. I hold my breath and open my eyes to see. Oh. I was gonna let this play out and then go back to the save file and turn off the saucy image thing just to see. But not showing it on stream, obviously. You earned it, big boy! Right. Mr. Iadokin, I think Iko's about to vomit. Not in here! In hindsight, I should have seen that coming, seeing as how I'm in love with her and all. Damn my hormones! Even though we're pretty far into the fall season... Okay. I think this might be a good place to stop, actually. So, yeah. As I said, this game is long. I am hoping that we will be able to finish this in the next stream, though. But I'm gonna take a look and see exactly how much is left. Actually, let me look at the choices and see where we're at. So, okay, so there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more choices that matter. And 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. There's one called 21A. I don't know what that means. Okay. Alright, so, yeah, it looks like... Hopefully we're approaching the end here, although there's a lot of time in between each, They did hug. They hugged once. Remember? And I got an achievement for that. Alright, so... we will stop here. Hopefully on Friday we'll be able to finish this. So, yeah, so we can move on with our lives. They did hug. I don't know what else they do to get... Again, I've been trying to avoid spoilers, but, yeah, I think we are invested in this, despite the YouTube views not being good. But, anyway. Let's see. We rated out to... We ran out to Tom last time. He's playing Lethal Company? Really? Wow. We rated out to... We haven't rated out to Seth in a little while. I don't think since we beat Earthbound. So maybe we'll do that. Let's see, what's he playing? Make sure he's still playing. He's playing The Last Campfire, whatever that means. Oh. This looks like a sad game. Let's jovial up his stream. All right, well, thank you all for joining me. Thank you all for sticking with me through this roller coaster of emotions and coming of age story. We'll be back on Friday with this, which will hopefully finish this thing off. And then I don't know what I'm going to play after this. I don't know. We need a palate cleanser before we get into Super Robot Wars. So I'll see if I can dig up maybe something small. No, we'll play that. But yeah, thank you all for joining me. Thank you to Vidalia for the raid. Thank you to my new follower, who hopefully also checked out the YouTube channel. Marvel Cosmic Game. That game looks really good. I don't have it, but it's on my wish list. But I have other options, don't you worry. Again, thank you all for joining me. If you're new here, be sure to give me a follow. Go to Rob the Casual Gamer, where I upload all my streams. Like, comment, and subscribe. Check out my other videos. I'm going to stop recording. We're going to raid out to Seth, and I will see you guys later.